I want to play in Europe. What the hell does that mean, right? Because Europe could be Latvia, Luxembourg.
No one's talking about Latvia or Luxembourg, dumbass.
But you don't want to just shove it in there. Start with a smaller finger, especially if this is the first time. Start with a smaller finger and go slow.
I mean, there's a lot of things that need to change.
Honey, eating it is the best thing that you can do for your man.
I want people to realize I'm just human. I'm just human, and I make mistakes.
So this guy, Derek, wants to know, is putting your tongue in an ass really the thing to do?
Yeah, it feels really good.
It's a weird one, I think.
And I know you want me to toss your salad too, don't you? All right, on that note.
What are you saying, bro? You are.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Help me and stop.
All right, welcome to the Straight Red Card. I think my mic's going to sound a little different right now.
It's working. It's working. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, 2 of the 3 settings no longer work.
Weird.
Yeah. So
I mean, you don't sound a lot different. Oh, this background's killing me.
That's good. That's good because basically this is sort of like the more of the open mic setting. Usually I use the more of a compressed setting. Well, not today, folks. No compression. So if I get really loud tonight, it might sound really loud. All right. Welcome to Straight Red Card. Yes, we are here to cover the upcoming game, the copy and paste roster.
Dude, I think Haiti just missed their PK.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, my God.
That changes everything. Oh, my God, what a blooper ball. It's just horrible. Yeah, well, I have to give both Haiti and the Dominican Republic some props for being a lot better than they've been in the past.
You know what's funny? If you play one of the FIFA games and stuff like that, and you scuff your PK because maybe you're playing not as a good team, you play a bad team every now and then, and you miss your timing and everything like that, it looked just like that. That little stutter step, and then all of a sudden it's ranked right over the bar.
Yeah, that does look like FIFA. Anthony wants a mic check with even flow. Even flow. How's that? That sound good? All right. Brett shaved a little more. I kind of shaved down as well. Interesting. We groomed.
So I shaved at night, and then I went to work, and I came home. My son hadn't seen me yet, even though he was in the house, obviously, but he wasn't awake at any point after it happened.
Yeah.
And I get out of the car, and he looks at me, and he smiles, and he goes, "I don't like it." I go, "Why? What didn't you like?" He goes, "You look younger." I go, you struck me to the core there, Jackson. Oh, no.
Well, mine doesn't work that way. Unfortunately for me, it's gray regardless. So whether it's trimmed or it's not trimmed, it looks gray. So I can't win there. Also, what was that? I don't know if you saw this. I watched the Suriname game yesterday, and they had a player on the team named Shaquille Penis. And yeah, all game. Penis. All right. So not sure what that was all about, except for when he went down with an injury, and they said, it's penis. Looks like he has a head injury. I'm like, oh no! Yep. All night, penis. Because he was an integral player of the team. Also, Pete's commercial. What song is the intro? The doom 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 boom 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 boom. That's me and Josh Seib. We wrote that little ditty together back in 1998, 97, somewhere around there. Derek is a prick. Hey man, you paid for it. We'll read it.
Speaking of pricks, real quick. Have you heard this clip yet?
I really enjoy the way Jesse is going about his job. Okay, and being the heel, and I've told you that I love this personality. I love the way he's kind of deflecting onto himself, and I love the way that he is needling and poking in the things that he says, and then he, at times backtracks, but it's with a wink in everything that he's doing. He came out.
Yeah, I enjoy him being the heel. Coming out and saying some comments here and there. Really trying to fire up his boys, but also kind of rub some salt into wounds.
Is he really trying to be a heel, or has Jesse always been kind of a prick?
Sure. I think he'd probably be the first one to agree with you on that.
I think so too. He's always been kind of a needling, sort of like, I don't know when to shut up kind of dude, right?
Yeah.
Which,
makes for great content. And that's kind of what Lawless is talking about, which is, come on, he went to the same school of content, right?
Yeah. Oh, obviously.
Right,
by the way,
go ahead, sorry.
Oh, is there's more?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to hear what he said.
Oh, with another quote that I'd like to read here. This is from Jesse Marsh, the head coach of Canada. First, there's some dialogue like I'm addressing the U.S. team. That's not true at all.
Well, first off, he was not addressing the U.S. national team by any means, but he was answering a question about it or making a statement about it. Hey, all of Canada's guys, they wanted to come and they came.
Well, that was after the question was, did you have any problems getting, some of your players here? Yeah. There's some that were reluctant to come. And he said, no, everybody wanted to come.
And I was fine with the answer to the question, quite frankly.
I don't think he was goading anybody. He was just answering the question that was given. So that makes him a heel, I suppose. But the more concerning thing now is that he may get another 2 to 3 game ban based on the fact that it's now being investigated that Canada used illegal whatever in order for him to communicate with the sidelines, right? And apparently he verbally abused an FIFA official after the game.
Yeah, Jesse, you can't be on your phone. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Because I'm sure they wanted to kind of confiscate his phone or something. And I'm sure there was some sort of, spiel that went on. And, he told the guy to go fuck himself. And then he's like, hey, I'm a FIFA official. I need to see your phone because it looks like to me you had 2 phones up there in the booth. And one of them was being used in direct contact with your staff down there on the field. So that investigation.
He just needs like World War II flag, people from the Navy and stuff, that
would have been probably smarter than obviously being.
I wasn't on the phone, guys. Trust me.
Videoed with 2 phones in his hands in the booth and his head down, typing furiously the whole time. So, after a while, people are going to just suspect shit.
So he wasn't talking about the U.S. at school. Let's hear more.
I want to make it clear. I don't care about the U.S. team, and I never want to coach the U.S. national team. I'm making that clear right now.
I don't believe it, but
because first off, I don't believe you.
Now, he has been clear, Jesse, that as long as the current people are running U.S. soccer, he doesn't want to coach the U.S. national team because he feels like they were unprofessional and treated him poorly. Okay, so that makes some sense. I don't think the leadership in U.S. soccer is changing anytime real soon. However,
they're slow to fucking change.
Yeah. How long was what's his face there? Like 30 years?
As long as I recall.
Jesus, Galati was there, had to be 30 plus years.
I didn't know anybody. Mind you, I was incredibly young at the time, so I probably wouldn't have known. But I've only ever known Galati, and now Cone.
Now Bob Bradley, on the other hand, a lot has changed since he was manager. So the people that he claimed screwed him over, and I think he kind of did get screwed over a little, are all gone. So if he were rehired, fine. But it would have taken many, many years for that transformation to happen, and it will for Jesse too. I think Jesse just gets the feeling he's already dug himself a big hole with those folks by saying they treat him unprofessionally and they're a bunch of jerks, and he never worked for a bunch of jerks like that, which is what he said on the show at the time after what happened. And he's made his bed and now he's just sleeping in it. He's just like, yeah, they're not going to hire me anyhow. So I'm going to come out and say the U.S. men's national team, I'd never coach them. He doesn't say why, but he's already said why. JT Batson, Crocker, and the rest of them basically told him he had the job and then said no. No, you don't. So there you go.
Colin wants to know who runs U.S. Soccer exactly. Is it Cindy? Is it JT?
It's a real mystery. It really is supposed to be on a day-to-day basis. It's supposed to be JT Batson. Now, if you're talking about the U.S. men's team and women's team, that's more the responsibility of Crocker specifically. But the whole thing, that's supposed to be JT Batson, not Cindy Parlacone.
What's Cindy's role if she doesn't run U.S. Soccer?
She runs the board.
She runs I figure your president would have more responsibilities in saying, hey, we have a board meeting in 35 minutes. Make sure you guys have your cameras turned on.
Now, I've been the president of several boards, and I can tell you it's you run the board. Okay. The executive director, on the other hand, runs the organization. That's how it works. And so that's what role JT has. Cindy Parlacone is really responsible for motivating and filling board positions, although I'm sure, that's something you do in close contact with the executive director, which would, in this case, be JT Batson. All right, that's just how nonprofits work, and I have a lot of experience in that. Now, could a nonprofit work differently than that? I suppose it's possible, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's still that MLS, fingertips dipping into it. Garber's part of the board, and you have Cindy, who was vice president of some marketing. I mean, you just have too many of their own.
I'm sure she dips her fingers into the marketing. Probably needs to dip her fingers deeper because, quite frankly, their marketing is garbage. Or maybe she's already too involved, and that's why it's garbage. I don't know. Either way, it's garbage.
I talk about VIX real quick. I had to purchase VIX for the month to watch this shit to save on Fox or any access to Fox. They don't show any of the pregame shit. So, for the U.S. Saudi game, I literally have to wait 14 minutes and 14 seconds right now until the game starts before I can click on to watch it.
Well, I'll fill you in on anything interesting.
I doubt much is going to happen, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you can say about this. It's the same lineup. Exact same lineup.
I know you can say about this lineup. Poach is going about the mantra of it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Which I don't agree with that.
And he's looking at going, hey, we get to win today. And these are my boys who got to win against Trinidad and Tobago.
Yay.
We get to win today. We're out of the group. And we can gamble against 80, who just
gamble. How much of a gamble it is to start Haji Wright instead of Agumon?
I know, right?
How much of a gamble is it to start Tolkien?
Hold on. I need to share something different here then. Let's see, window. Because you mentioned Haji. Per U.S. men's national team lineup notes, Haji Wright is not dressed for tonight's match.
Wow. Did he say something?
Maybe that celebration.
Well, that celebration
should have been here from the get-go, motherfucker.
Yeah, that celebration was definitely a fuck you celebration. I wonder what happened after the game.
Did he come up with an injury of some form?
Not that I hear of.
So I'm curious anything from the lineup.
Anybody have any details about Haji Wright? Let us know.
U.S. Soccer.
While you do that, you're definitely not out of power, but my parents, 2 minutes north of you, have been out of power for 24 hours after that little blow through.
Look at it. They don't have the fucking whole. Shouldn't they have one of these graphics where they show the bench as well?
They don't. So you probably have to go to U.S. Soccer Way. That's what I would go to. That's going to be accurate.
So I get home yesterday, and my mother-in-law's in town. She just came in yesterday, sorry. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, the kid's bathroom is just abysmal. That's a bathroom there she's going to be utilizing because she's going to be at the kid. So I'm like, before she even goes into that bathroom, when I get home, I need to make sure that I'm clean. I get that bathroom clean. I walk in the door literally, whatever, nitrile gloves or whatever, the latex gloves or whatever. Go upstairs, clean the sink, clean the mirror, clean the toilet, clean the floor. It looks great. And I'm like, oh man, some of the trash upstairs is full. I need to empty that out. And as I'm emptying it out, my mother-in-law and my wife are like, oh man, there's a bad storm cell coming this way, and we should probably get down to the basement. It's about to hit us. And I'm like, and my first thought process was, if I just spend 20 minutes cleaning a bathroom and emptying trash cans just for a tornado to come through and wipe my house out, I will be pissed. I will be pissed. Fuck the fact my house just got taken out. I just spent time cleaning it before I got taken out.
Yeah, I don't want to clean it if it's going to be wiped off the planet. I hear you.
Our power flickered, and some of my lights down here in the basement aren't working. I need to go check the breaker at some point. Yeah.
Okay, it says Haji got married. It's kind of a bad time to get married in the middle of. I don't think that's true.
That can't be legit. Why would he have possibly taken the call up at that point?
That's such a Matt Miazga thing to do. Number one. Also, Messi in Miami over Porto today. Congratulations. I think we were saying we weren't predicting that there was much of a chance that MLS team could get out of the group. Really looks as if right now that's going to happen for Miami. So, hi, Diet Fanta. Yeah, so good for them. Great. Free kick. I mean, overall, they played, I think, pretty well. I mean, what stood out to me was they weren't outclassed by Porto at all. So, I think Porto certainly missed some opportunities. But anyhow, Haji kicked Poach's dad. I don't know. Also,
he's not in the bench. Polar says he's at the stadium in a jumpsuit. But yeah, here's the bench. No Haji Wright.
Huh.
Not even listed as an injury.
Well, they don't list them all the time right at the beginning, so that might come later.
Fair.
Yeah, I think Poach is zesty. Thinks Arston is cute. Doop. All right. Well, I'm okay with that as long as it's consensual. All right. Also, when I say the word Quinones, what do you think of?
Say it again.
Quinones. What do you think of?
It's probably some kind of rice.
I think of cojones.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, sure. I hear it now.
Another player last night in that game between Mexico and Suriname. They kept coming up. Quinones. So I'm thinking balls all night. And then I got penis all night. Penis and cojones in my head. Just ringing in my head. And, why do those things ring in my head? I don't know. I'm kind of weird, I guess. Yeah. All right.
Hold on.
What?
Congratulations to Haji Wright on his marriage yesterday.
What the? What? Who the gets married in the middle of a Gold Cup? You can't wait.
He's apparently Colombian, and props to you, Haji.
Well, I can't see her. It's too small, but.
Oh. Not that. Here, we'll do this. Open in a new tab. Oh, it's going to get blurry.
Yeah, not a greatest picture. It almost looks like he's wearing a yarmulke. But
it kind of does look like it, right?
Yeah, it's just his hair.
Untouchable says she's the baddie.
I mean, yeah. She is a baddie in the classic sense of, not the classic sense of baddie, but maybe in the classic sense of baddie, because now he's not playing. I don't know why you can't wait to the end of this tournament to get married. Unless it was planned a long time ago.
Exactly right. Yeah, most marriages are planned well in advance. So,
like a year.
He's probably like, hey, sweetie, you mind if we? I'll take this call up, and then we can go and do the honeymoon immediately following that.
Yeah, glad to see Haji supports trans women. What?
Ouch.
Huh. Okay. I'm not sure that came out of left field there, Daniel.
So, I mean,
whoever that was.
So let's not look too deep into his exclusion here. Just got married yesterday. Although he could be on the bench. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Maybe he got fucked up at his wedding and Poach was like, dude, I'm gonna let you nurse this one off.
It's the most Matt Miazga thing to happen in a while. Remember when Matt Miazga?
It really was, right?
Yeah, left for a marriage.
I forgot who even mentioned that in the chat. We were like, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And all of a sudden it's there. Now I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah. Wow. Another white chick marrying a black athlete. I don't. Does that really matter? Anyhow, Chris Gary says I've been referencing Miazga. All right. He'll let Haji miss for a wedding, but not Pooley for rest. Well, he did let Pooley go for rest.
That's true. Yeah.
Technically, Fumar.
Yeah.
Just a lot
right.
more rest than Pulisic thought he was going to get, frankly.
I'm gonna pull this roster back up here. I'm gonna let you talk about it real quick for whatever you want to do, because then you go make myself a new drink. As you can see, I am bone dry, almost bone dry. There's a little bit of liquid in there, and I will be right back before game time starts.
Emphasis on the word bone. All right.
My headphone popped off. There we go.
Tragedy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to go over this roster. It's fine, I guess. It's the same guys as before. We'll see how much Freeman is cut loose to go forward. Yes, Mercury Nova Lighting. Agumon again, except this time there's no Haji Wright as an option. So Haji is not Jewish, turd in background. Welcome back, turd in the background. Where have you been? Holy Moses. Where have you been? Tillman, hopefully another great night. Luna, I think we all expected that. Anyhow, McGlynn, I think that's, I just didn't see any of him changing any of this. Cardoso can now play. I think he was on the sub list, but, after you're coming back from having whatever stomach issues and booping all the time, you might be a little dehydrated. Who knows? But, I mean, Luca De La Torre had been fine. The question is, would Cardoso come in and partner with Luca De La Torre? And I guess the answer to that is now. No. Is Downs back, however, from injury is my other question, because now we're down to Agumon, Downs, and White. And the question is Downs back from being, all pukey and sick? I don't know. You have to read the Turd's comment in German accent. I will next time. I promise, Untouchables. So Downs, I guess, according to Chambers, is on the bench. So that's good news. I think Downs still has dysentery. It's possible he does. Because if he has the shits, then he probably won't play long because you're probably dehydrated. So I guess, we'll see what happens here. But we all would like to see more Downs. Apparently, Downs is on the bench, and
it's clearly on the bench. He's not starting.
Yes, I know. But remember, he had the shits for a while, so I wasn't sure he'd come back. Was Cardoso on the bench as well? On U.S. Soccer Way?
I don't have it pulled up anymore.
What?
It was on FootMob. Is that what I did?
No, you didn't. You did U.S. Soccer Way.
I started to, but it wouldn't load up for me. So I was like, fuck, I'm just going to FootMob.
Oh, FootMob. They probably have the...
Johnny Cardoso is in the lineup. Not the lineup, but the bench.
All right, but he had the
Damian
shits too.
As well.
All right, so I don't know if you take a guy who just had the shits and put him straight onto the starting lineup right away, unless you're absolutely clear he's hydrated and is recovered and isn't weak in any way. Haji is not injured. He is not injured. He got married yesterday in the middle of the Gold Cup. He got married.
Crazy.
Kind of crazy. But as you said, weddings are planned a long time in advance now, unless this one was planned like 2 years ago. Like a year ago, we knew this is the Gold Cup window, right? So why are you planning your wedding in the middle of the World Cup window or the Gold Cup window? I don't get it. That's weird. But hey, life goes on, right?
Yeah.
Julian Vivas for $4.99. Thank you, brother. Did you guys watch the Reed, Baker, Whitey, and Kramashi? Yes, I watched both. I wasn't able to because of work. I want them to go to Europe. Well, after Kramashi's performance today, which was quite impressive, he might have some suitors, because I think even Porto was a little surprised about how some of the support pieces, how good they were for Miami today. It wasn't just that Miami could score. We all know Miami can score. They got messy. But their defense and their effort was impressive on defense. So Kramashi made a statement today, and it was against Porto. It wasn't against Chicago Fire. It was against Porto. It wasn't against LAFC. It was against Porto. And I was impressed. Reed Baker Whiting,
Wait. You can't leave me like that. What was the statement?
The statement that Kramashi made was...
Oh, on the pitch. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying, like, he made a statement about Porto. I was like, I'm waiting to hear it. What did he say? What did he say?
Yeah, he didn't say anything. On the pitch, he made the statement. Reed Baker Whiting, I think, was fine. Seattle's performance, I know they lost 3-1. It wasn't bad. They just had some bonehead defensive plays that cost them. And they could never get back into it. They were close to getting back, but Ferreira was offsides. That goal would have been 3-2, but Jesus was offsides. The Pirate jumped ship too quick on that one. So, overall, not bad from Seattle, though. I think they played a really, really good team, kind of head-to-head for apparently, good portions of the game.
Yeah. Apparently, Tigres is offering $10 million for Obed.
Who is?
Tigres.
Oh, Tigres. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. Kind of a lateral move, honestly.
True, but it would. It would expose him more towards the Mexican national team. Quite frankly, playing in Liga Mexi.
Sure, but if he ever wants to move to Europe, he won't go because they won't sell him. That's how the Mexican teams work. They overprice their players.
That doesn't hurt his opportunity for playing for the national team, though. Probably improves it, quite frankly.
Fumar says someone is dressed as Lawless at the game. Huh. Shouldn't the game be starting right now?
I'll tell you, Jarek, it's starting in 6 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, because they're out there still kicking it around, and it's 9 o'clock. So I thought
9:15 kickoff. 9:15 kickoff.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, look at that! I actually get a jump on there before 9:15. Nice.
So the rest of this is just like what you would expect. The only thing I would complain about a little is I'd like to see some John Tolkien. Yeah. I was hoping we get to see a little him in this tournament. And if he's just getting no minutes the whole time, I don't know.
But oddly enough, Tolkien might be the George Bello of this tournament. Because it's funny, because Tolkien started and played against the 0-0 draw against Jamaica in the first opening match in that last Gold Cup. And then Bello came on and played against the tiny island nations of nobody. Okay. And, obviously, Jesus Ferreira got his back-to-back hat tricks and stuff. And guess who we didn't hear back from ever after that performance?
Well,
we didn't hear anything about Tolkien because Bello was playing.
Yeah.
And he was shining against these tiny island nations, whereas, Tolkien had to play against Jamaica, who's at least a formidable opponent. So
yeah, when they're not busy fucking themselves.
So I'm just saying, it would be, mind you, the problem is against Trinidad and Tobago, he had 2 assists and was like our second highest rated player, Arson. So I mean, it's not apples and apples here.
No.
But what if we beat Saudi Arabia and then Poach decides to give Tolkien an opportunity against Haiti, and all of a sudden he's like the man of the match with like 3 hat tricks. And then I'm joking, of course. But then all of a sudden, the coach is sitting there going like, man, Tolkien's been looking really good in this match. Maybe we play him in the quarters. Nope. Now he's in the semis. Nope. Now he's in the
I'm with the other guy. I think Poach has a thing for Arst. I think this is man love. So I don't know. I think Arson's seems to have that role locked in. By the way,
Chambers has the correct. It was DeJuan Jones. Yeah, not Bello. Bello. I think Bello's a previous.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't remember this. I don't remember any of that.
I thought it was Bello, but nope, I was wrong.
Okay. Matt Freese starting is all you need to know. Matt Freese is our new number one.
Yes.
I think he's going to start every game in this tournament unless he drops a stinker. And even then, I think you're going to see him get the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
big difference between him and Turner is that Freese at least has confidence.
Poach reiterated yesterday that until Turner's playing, he's not ready to play for this team.
That's fair.
That's
given his performances, you could absolutely say that.
Yeah, he gave him a shot at one of the friendlies and he stunk it up.
Yeah, that was a rough friendly though, but he didn't do himself any favors.
No, he did not. So there you go. All right. Well, Downs is on the bench, so we might get to see him. I'd like to see Tolkien if we get a chance to. I do, however, think we're probably just going to see a lot of midfielders if we're winning. More midfielders and an extra center back, honestly, in the second half. I mean, I don't know if we'll see Tolkien or Downs. I think we'll see Downs because he'll come in and play the Haji role, one would think. Or it could be Brian White. It could be Brian White. I mean, it could. We don't know this. We're just trying to figure out who this Poach guy is and what he believes and what he values. Now, we know
Downs or Haji Wright yet. Or not Haji Wright, but Brian White. Yeah, it's definitely if I had to guess, I'm guessing it's going to be a Brian White sub in today.
I hope you're wrong. I hope we're wrong. But I would not be shocked if it was Brian White.
Yeah. Hey, did your brother place any bets today?
He did not. He didn't.
After his win, he didn't chance it?
Yeah, he should.
Double or nothing.
He should be all in.
3-0. 3-0. Let's go.
It's how he gets more involved in these games. He bets on them, then he has to watch them,
Yeah, exactly.
Whether he likes it or not, he has to watch the game. So,
it's like people who are getting into fantasy football, who maybe like football or whatever, but they get into fantasy football and all of a sudden they're like the new stat nerds. Oh, my guy has got 47,000 completions. Ew.
Well, I mean, it's funny because he didn't know. He's like, who the fuck's Luna? Who the fuck's McGlynn?
That's fair.
Who the fuck's wait, is that Berhalter's son? That's what he said. I love getting these questions. Arson? Who the fuck is Arson? Freeman? I've never heard Freeman. Who's this fucking keeper Freeze? I mean, what's questions and questions? Like, I don't know any of these guys. Who are these? Where are all our dudes that I know? I don't know any of these guys. He's like, I know Tillman and I know Ream and Richards. He's like, that's about it. I don't know any of these other guys. None of them. Who are they?
Thomas says, Jesus Christ, now you guys are on about Juneteenth. Sigh. It's fine. I bring this up because people are talking about it in the chat. I was going to bring it up after that conversation, but that popped up perfectly. What did you do on your Juneteenth today? I mean, I know you're off anyways because it's summer, but
listen, I mean, it is still the celebration of the end of slavery, and I think that's an important historical moment. But I didn't do anything.
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for an answer. I was like, okay, Derek, you totally skipped over what I just asked.
I'm off. I think there might be other dates we could use for that. Like, what was the official end date for the end of slavery? Because as far as I understand it, it's the date that Texas finally figured out that slavery was over, which was long after it was already declared that slavery was over. It just took a while to get to Texas, right?
Yeah.
The message to get to Texas. So, but I get it. No, it's an important historical moment, and I think the official date of the end of slavery, maybe that should be the celebration, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had the day off. It's a federal holiday, so even though I work year round at school, I got today off, and I spent it cleaning my house. I took my family and my parents to the pool and came back to our house and we cooked out. We had some brats and some corn. It was good. I even baked gluten-free bread because I now have immediate family members within my family that are gluten-free. And gluten-free bread bought at the stores, absolute garbo. It's like eating cardboard.
I warned you about that.
But I got a bread maker, and I made gluten-free bread today, and the gluten-free people in my family were extremely happy. So it looks like I'm going to be going out and buying some gluten-free flour consistently and making bread.
Just make your own bread or buy your own loaf.
That's what I'm doing. Making my own bread.
No. Make your own non-gluten bread for just you. The rest can have the non-gluten.
Holy shit. Random ads just popped up on VIX. Just blew my eardrums out. Jesus Christ. What were you saying about right now?
I said, go buy yourself some good bread and let the rest eat the shit. They're the ones that need it for their diet.
No. I'm not eating that gluten-free bread. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, because the bread was okay. It's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay. It was better than any of the gluten-free breads I've had, but it was okay. But if I make a sandwich, I'm not going to use their bread, because it still requires me to cook it. It's a tiny fucking loaf, man.
Yeah. Well, good to know it's okay. I don't have a gluten issue, I don't think, but I don't eat a lot of pasta generally, so not recently.
If you can use regular flour to make gluten-free bread, no.
No, you cannot.
All 99.9% of wheat flour out there has gluten added to it, and that unfortunately. So I have to buy gluten-free flour to make the bread.
Yeah. Well, that sucks, Brett. That you have to make it. It seems to me that the people that have the gluten issues should be making their own gluten-free bread.
Well, Derek. I cook.
You are the cook.
I know. I cook everything.
I know. That's why we're two fat foodies. Although I have lost about 8 pounds in the last 2 weeks, so there's that.
My mom came over today. Well, actually, my mom and dad both came over today. But she goes, "Oh, Brett, have you lost weight?" I go, "I'd like to hope so, but I just shaved my beard, so maybe that's what you're seeing."
All right, we are going through the national anthem, by the way, just so you know. That's about where we are, or I'm
still on ads right now. They're playing ads.
They're going to wait till the last second, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah, 100%.
All right, Mike B, for $10. Thank you, Mike. 7 months of unemployment. I finally got a new gig, and this is the first time in 6 months since I've been hired that I've been able to watch. This roster is what I can come back for. Absolute shambles.
We're glad you're back. We're glad you're back.
Yeah, we're glad you're back. Hey, listen, we're all having to deal with this sort of fucking weird ass time period in U.S. soccer. Oh my God, the stadium is half full at best. Half.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. But here's the thing: U.S. soccer has a mountain to climb in order to regain our confidence in purchasing tickets. Now, you and I are going to purchase tickets to the Columbus game.
Yeah.
Because we have people like Mike B who are nice enough to give us their hard-earned money to comment on our show. And, hey, Mike B, there's another game on Sunday. You can watch these same players play against Haiti. And we'll be here on Sunday.
Yep.
7 o'clock on Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.
We will be back on Sunday.
I might have to make a thumbnail with, like, monster trucks or something.
I guess so.
I don't know if anybody else will get that reference, but
probably not.
They're singing the national anthem, Saudi Arabia, right now for me.
I'm on commercial. Says we'll be right back.
Oh, flipping, flopping right now, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. What else did I want to say? Oh, Pete's commercial. Yes, that shocked the hell out of me. I literally was watching. Yes, I was online on my TV using Roku when his commercial popped up on my screen. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's insane. But then I was using my laptop, and then it popped up again on my laptop. So I recorded it and posted it up. I mean, Pete, you got to warn me.
Let us know you might be popping up, man.
I spit all over myself. My drink went all over my room. I'm like, what the fuck? Pete
Untouchable says Pete looks like a serial killer in that commercial.
He's perfect for that commercial because he really looks like he's not even trying. It's just Pete, the normal Pete we know. It's the same guy. Like he didn't have to act. I mean, he just had to say the words, but that's the Pete. That smirk on his face the whole time. That was so Pete. That was so indelibly Pete. The whole commercial's just Pete. Pure Pete.
Nathaniel, just check at Boomer Richie on Twitter if you want to see that commercial. He's got to post it up there.
Yeah, it's on my Twitter, so go check it out.
Andy Arriaga says, there was a time when the Gold Cup drew more attendees. Well, you know what the issue is? Aside from our players playing like shit right now, not right now, but in general, like the historic of the last course of the calendar year.
Yeah.
Right now. How many games over the last 5 years have been played in Austin?
Too many.
Not so many.
These people are spoiled at this point. I guarantee if this game was in Indianapolis tonight, it'd be fucking packed.
Sold out. Packed.
But we don't get any games. So there you go. I mean, what? Are there not enough Saudi Arabians living here? There are not a whole lot of Saudi Arabians living anywhere in the United States. So this game could have been in a new place, in a new venue. We got places you could play this game and it'd be packed.
So right there, the deal for the stadium. Basically, these MLS teams, they build new stadiums, and U.S. Soccer is slobbering all over their cocks.
Yes.
To have them host there. Like, it's just go back and look at all the home games of the last 4 or 5 years. You'll see Cincinnati. You'll see St. Louis. You'll see Austin. It's just constant.
Yep. So, teams certain states are getting screwed. We haven't had a U.S. soccer game in the state of Indiana since I lived here, as far as I can remember.
With the Pan Am games, right?
That was like in what, 86? I mean, come on. All right, I'm about to give you the clock. You should be. They're lining up
Poach right now. I see Poach. Hold on. Chambers wants to go. Is it a CONCACAF decision? I bet you CONCACAF just said, "Hey, guys, what stadium should we be playing in?"
Yeah,
U.S. Soccer gave them the stadiums. I guarantee that's what will happen.
Yeah, they let us set it up.
Luna Springs. We're about to kick off here.
Yep, Saudi with the kickoff, and it started on my end right now. Timer's not up yet.
I'm waiting. Though. I'm still waiting. I see Saudi's coach. You may want to pause, buddy.
Me?
I'm not even kicked off yet.
I know, and I'm at 12, 13, 14.
Pause it. You got to pause it,
15.
man.
I don't know if I can.
You can hit pause on your computer TV.
On my Roku, I hope I can. I'm about to try. Now, pause controls are currently turned off. This is a live broadcast.
Fuck's sake. All right, well, Jesus Christ. I'm not even kicked off. I got to go check the YouTube one, see if the free YouTube one is available.
Yeah,
this is fucking bullshit, dude. I'm not even kicked off yet.
Oh, we're a minute into the game.
Oh, my God.
There's no way I can pause this for a minute. Then we'll be off with everybody. Way off.
Pay for this, Garbo?
Thanks, Vix. You fucking slackers. And you have hyper speed fucking internet.
It's the feed. It has nothing to do with the show.
Right. So I'm just saying it's not you.
We still haven't kicked off yet.
Are you kidding? We're a minute 20 seconds into the game.
Oh my God! Kick the ball, at least. Come on.
All right, I'll call it live here. Ream with the ball.
Oh man!
In our final third.
You go, man. I mean, I'll watch it.
Sure. It's looking like
you just kicked off. I'm kicked off.
Oh, good. Good for you. You're a minute and 33 seconds behind. Foul on Aguiman. That had to be a foul. Nope. The baby giraffe just tripped. My bad.
This is a fucking travesty I'm watching here. Good Lord.
Yeah, to be a minute 33 seconds behind, that's ridiculous. Right now, it looks like a back three. Obviously, it looks like that sometimes because Freeman's not really allowed to go forward, but Arfson's already, way down the left side.
Justin Stewart says I have Vix hasn't started. What is happening here?
Currently,
Miguel says I'm behind too, just like Brett. God damn.
I am currently at 216, 217, 218, 219, 220, 221, 222, 23, 24, 25, 26. You're a minute 30 seconds.
Captain Magnitude, I am trying to reload. See what happened, or what may happen, I guess. Oh, Daniel, I'm gonna have to listen to the chat to keep up with you, Derek.
Yeah, I know. Reem,
Daniel, you son of a bitch. He goes, goal, USA.
No. Umar says he's 30 seconds behind me. Well, that's not as bad, honestly.
Yeah. And 30 seconds.
Roku will not let me pause this. Even though I am using
I'm at
the
a minute
Fox,
30, a minute 31, 32.
I'm using the Fox app, so it won't let me pause. Well, I mean, it's like, what if I had to go to the bathroom? It's not going to let me pause.
King's watching it on YouTube, and he's 30 seconds ahead of Derek.
30 seconds ahead of me? Holy crap! How are these broadcasts so far off?
I'm still trying to find that fucking feed on YouTube right now.
Ooh,
this might be the one. There you go. What time are you at?
Tillman slipped. I'm at 3:34, 35, 36.
All right, I'm 30 seconds behind you at least on this one. I mean, does it really matter though?
That's closer.
Yeah. I almost want to kind of keep looking, see if I can find a stream that isn't so zoomed in too, man, just to get away from copyright shit. Oh my god, this is rough. I don't even want to watch this one. No, fuck that. Good lord, that's bad.
Taken from somebody's phone.
No, it's just somebody zooming in on their computer so they don't get hit with copyright.
4 minutes into the game, and it's been all right. It's the same shit that we've been watching, though. It's Arson bombing up the left, Freeman mostly staying home alongside Richards and Ream, and like we're just going to go down the left. Oh, Tillman almost starting a sizzle there on the left side.
I'm going to watch the Fox broadcast on YouTube, but last time they cut me off 11 minutes into it.
Yeah,
so
you get 10
4 minutes and 50 seconds right now. 4 minutes 50, 51, 52.
You're ahead of me by 10.
Okay, I won't say a goddamn word then.
You could probably pause that. I'm at 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. 5 minutes.
All right, we're on time.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the full match on Fox Sports 1. Son of a bitch.
What is wrong with
YouTube? I hate Fox. I really hate Fox. And if you let me purchase a streaming package through you, Fox, I wouldn't have to have dicks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I tell you what, Luca De La Torre fucked around and almost found out there in our own final third.
I will see that play in about a minute and a half, Derek.
Jesus.
This is rough. So don't hold back, Derek. If we score a goal, we score a goal. Just go, yeah, we scored a goal. And I'm like, oh, wait to see it, I guess.
I just don't know how else to pause this fucker.
All right. Southern Gal 47. Okay, I'm going to give that a chance, Kumar.
Yep.
I'll give that a chance.
I'm currently, my pause is disabled by Fox Network.
Southern Gal 47.
Yeah, this looks a lot like a back three, by the way, if you're watching here. Arson bombed way up the field. Freeman playing with the both Richards. It's the same shit we've been doing. This is nothing new. Freeman playing the Scally role, holding role.
I love the fact that she's broadcasting the show live and she's still monetizing it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
that's brutal.
Oh my god, though. She has it so zoomed in, that's why she's never gonna get caught. Oh. I'll play it because at least I can catch it, and then I'll catch the actual play on my stream.
That's a minute later. Yeah.
I mean, it's like I get like 30% of the actual picture. Oh god.
Must have a real good close-up of the Saudi goalie right now.
No, I've got a great. I'm at 6, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh my god, you're still a minute behind.
I'm not, but my other stream is like, that makes sense. Yeah, never mind. All right, well, all right. Southern Gal, I'm not watching that shit then. Fuck it.
All right, Richards bombing it up the field. Again, not surprisingly, to Arson on the left. This has been our MO under. He loves him some Arson. I think that's Arson. Is it? Yes.
Look. Colin says, "Hey, the time's at 7:20." Andy says, "Hey, nope, I'm at 7:45."
I am just about to get to 7:45 right now.
How is this possible?
How is everybody at such a different stream level? It's crazy.
God damn, Fox. TUDN, all you motherfuckers, just get your shit in order. This is garbo.
Yeah. Pretty uncool to have this vast of a difference.
Chamber says he's at 8:18. We got 7:59. We got 8:10. We got 8:30. God, they are all over the place.
I'm at 8:10 right now.
Ashton says, "Hey, I'm at 8:30. We got Nibbles at 8:37, 7:55." That's crazy, dude. Fucking nuts. I'm at 6:49, 6:50.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're so far behind, dude.
Oh, John, you son of a bitch. He says I'm at 15:31.
Ooh, Luna played a highly questionable ball back to Arfston, but Arfston was able to take it down. We're in our own third still. We're passing it out. We are definitely focused on playing it out of the back. There is no high press from Saudi Arabia whatsoever. Now Luna moving out to Arfston's position and the deep line midfielder, but he kicks it back to Richardson, moves forward.
You know what's a shame about this is I'm watching the game knowing nothing's going to happen.
I know it sucks. All right. Now we're actually going down the right side with McGlynn. This is crazy. It's the right side. Of course, Freeman's nowhere in the picture. He's still back playing the back three. So then we switch fields to Arfston. Now we're just kind of cycling it around, up to Arfston again. Arfston with some fancy footwork inside to Luna. Luna passes it backwards to Ream. Ream back up to Arfston. Nothing happening there. He loses control of it. Luna with some good defense. Good stab. All right. What are we going to do with it now? Okay, we're going to kick it backwards.
I think John's a little heavy. He goes, "Holy crap, what a goal!" I would say if we had scored.
No.
Yeah. Ping, I've tried reloading my page. It does not work.
All right, we're back to this back three with Freeman playing the Scally role along with Richards and Ream. And guess what? We're going out wide to Arfston again. He somehow gets possession. Switching fields from all the way from Richards to the left side. Boy, we love going down this left side. Luca De La Torre back to Berhalter, over to Freeman. Freeman out wide to, who the fuck is that? Oh, and a good cross that nobody could get their head on. But it's all the way to Arfston on the other side. That's how bad the cross was. We're not bad. It just, no one touched it.
Technology 101 Untouchable says, "Brett, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again?" I am, in fact, reloading again. I went to Google, I went to VIX, pulled it back up, clicking on it. I'm watching the same 30-second clips of forgot his name, Sarah, the actor who was like super bad. Forgot his name now.
All right. So this has been very predictable. Everything down the left through Arfston. Arfston also taking the corner kicks now. Here it comes. Oh, so close to somebody getting a head on it. Couldn't see what it was.
Arfston taking a corner kick.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Oh, no. Another cross. This one I think was from McGlynn. I wasn't positive about that. But Luna almost got on the end of it. I'm now at 11:40, 11:41, 42, 43, 44.
I'm at 10:15, 10:16, 10:17. CW says you can watch it in Spanish. I am watching it in Spanish. Is there a better Spanish feed that I can get for free?
Yeah, because you're already paying for it. It's just so far. It's a minute and 40 seconds behind.
It's unfucking real. Unfucking real.
Yeah. And Roku, I'm watching through the Fox app. It won't let me pause it. I tried. So I can at least watch it with Brett.
Hey-o.
All All right.
A minute and 40 seconds behind.
Later. Yeah. Right now we're in our final third and we're playing around back there. We're going to dribble out.
Kevin, I don't have Fox Sports 1. I don't have cable. I don't have access to that. And best case scenario is I can take my laptop over to my parents' house, sign in there, and then on Sunday be able to watch the game on my laptop instead. Utilizing their information.
Guess what? What's going on right now? It's out left to Arfson. Back to Luna. We're in their final third. Chip to Luna. Almost from Luca De La Torre. It was so close. But so far, 80% of the game's been down this left wing. And Arfson. And that's planned, people. That is not... This isn't happening through osmosis. This was the plan. It's the same plan we've been using. Freeman holds with Richards and Ream. We for all intents and purposes, like we're playing a back three. Arfson moves way up the field so he can play left winger. Freeman essentially becomes another center back. He's gotten to the final third, Freeman, one time all game. While Arfson's just living out there, it's another wide ball to Arfson, switching fields from Richards out to, although they're letting Arfson have the whole left wing. And he kicked it back inside to De La Torre. I'm not understanding this. They're giving it to you. Like, go ahead, dribble down the left side and cross it. Instead, it's a do-nothing pass to Luca De La Torre. I don't understand that whole thing. All right, we're back in our own final third again. We're kicking it around, well, closer to midfield. Inside to Luna at midfield. Outside to Luca De La Torre. Guess who has it? Arfson. Back to Luca De La Torre. Back to Richards.
Real quickly, while you're just doing play-by-play, Jeff Harrison says Fox Sports 1 is horrible, a minute behind, and audio is out of sync with video.
Yes, that's been happening on the regular. Their audio in all these games has been off.
Kevin Brenner says you can log in to Fox Sports 1 with your parents' cable provider. That's if they have cable, and they do. And I tried, and they say, "Hey, connect to your web your Wi-Fi first." So I've got to connect to my parents' internet first. So I can't do it. I can't do it with my desktop. Like I said, I'm gonna have to take my laptop over to my parents' house, sign in there, just so I can take it back with me home to watch Sundays on Fox Sports instead.
Yeah,
because this is really, I might as well not even be here. I mean, I can't watch this and experience it with you guys because I'm a minute and 40 seconds fucking behind.
Well, I would watch it and you could still see what I'm seeing and confirm it. You're just going to see it a minute 40 seconds later.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching the game. I mean, but it's just I can have an idea of, like, later on when we cover the game after the show or next.
Yeah, you'll be fine there.
I can talk about it then. Can't play-by-play. I can't do that shit.
Right. I'll do the play-by-play. You're just going to have to see it a minute 40 seconds later. Unfortunately.
I'll check Vix's YouTube channel, see if it helps me out, man. But I paid for Vix. That's why I'm watching it. I'm watching it on their fucking website right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is driving me nuts.
But you will agree with me so far. All we're doing is going down the left side. And, I mean, at some point, Saudi Arabia's going to figure this shit out. And
that's when you break it down the right side.
Yeah, well, that's only happened once. Here we go, down the right side to McGlynn. McGlynn back inside to Tillman, who we haven't mentioned his name much so far. They try to switch fields out to Luna, gets headed away. But the patterns of play are getting pretty predictable here. If I'm Saudi Arabia, I'm like, yeah, I know what you're doing here. This is not novel. And when we have the ball forward, Freeman drops into a center defensive midfielder spot when we really are deep, and leaves Richards and Ream alone on an island. But he plays right in front of them. Berhalter out to, I'm not sure who the fuck that is. That Tillman? All right, Luca De La Torre to Ream. Ream out wide. And guess who's got it? Arson. Arson cuts it inside, but he's got no right foot. So he shoots it anyhow, but blocked. Boy, he loves to cut inside for a guy who's got a great left foot. They're giving you the left. Take it. They're giving it to you. They're like, go ahead, have it. Go left. Now we just need to get bodies in the box. When we do this. All right, it's just a mad scramble for the possession right now. Oh, and it's a battle on the right side, deep in Saudi Arabia's end, and they just clear the fucking hoof it up. They hoof it. Ream's got it.
Anthony says, make another drink, Brett. Might have to. What am I really going to miss?
All right, McGlynn bringing the ball up. He switches fields all the way to the other side to Arson. This is crazy. You'd think that Arson plays for fucking Chelsea or something. Like he's the best player because we are feeding him the ball constantly. That was a bad pass. Berhalter loses possession in midfield. Saudi try to transition.
It's kind of funny. A minute 40 seconds behind, and Berhalter lost possession.
Ah, so yeah, that did happen a minute 40 ago. You're right. I just couldn't tell who it was. I can start to figure it out based on shoe color and other things. Because when they're on the right side, which has been pretty rare, thankfully, most of the play's been on the left side. And we're doing the same. We get it out right, and then we switch fields. All right, Freeman one-on-one defense against the Saudi left winger. They're still coming. They got around Freeman. They shoot. Freeze has got it. It was an easy save. It was at a really impossible angle. So,
literally listening to radio right now.
Radio?
Well, I mean, yes, I'm listening to you talk about the game.
Oh, yeah.
Can't watch.
Right, I know. You'll see it in about a minute. Saudi player down.
Ashton says, Derek, take a drink every time Aguiman and Arson give the ball away.
I'd be wasted. I mean, I don't think that Arson's given the ball away, but, I mean, they're giving him the left side.
He literally just gave it away.
Arson? Yeah.
Yeah. Minute 40 ago, by the way.
So that was the one where he crossed.
And Berhalter just gave it away, too.
Yeah, okay. That one I mentioned. Are you talking about the time where Arson cut in to the inside and took a shot?
No, that was a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
No, both Arson and Berhalter literally back to back just turned and tried to pass and just gave it right to the Saudi defense.
Yeah. There's been some of that for sure. Actually, Aguiman has not touched the ball. The one guy who's not touching it enough in this game is Tillman.
I haven't heard you say Tillman's name once.
We've been going down the left side. And Tillman's been involved once.
Ooh, Freeze made a save.
Yeah. You're just seeing that now. That's so funny. Now you see the angle. It was really not a good one.
Fumar says, I just said 20 minutes. I'm 30 seconds away from you, Fumar.
I am currently at 21-11, 21-12, 21-13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Ashton Mook is like 7 seconds ahead of you, Derek.
I don't even know how that's possible.
There's no fucking reason here. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I was the fastest at this point, but I'm not. There are people who are 10 seconds ahead of me. All right, we're going to play out of the back. Luca De La Torre, back to Richards.
Hey, there's Wallace in the
back to Luca De La Torre. Yeah, right.
Hulk Hogan.
Holy fuck! What are we doing? Some fuckery between Richards and Freeze. Freeze just clears it. It's a bad back pass by Richards. Really bad. Good effort by Luna, but not much there. I don't know what Richards doing there. Horrible bad pass. Horrible.
Ashton's 2 minutes ahead of me almost. 2 minutes almost.
It's like you're watching this from Mars.
Logan Hill says, I'm somehow further behind than Brett on VIX. He's 15 seconds behind me. I don't understand.
I'm sorry. VIX They want people to pay for subscription. They got to get better at this.
Well, I mean, in fairness, if we weren't doing a podcast, I'd be watching this. I wouldn't be I'd be none the wiser.
That's true. Except we'd be texting back and forth, and I go, and you'd be, what the fuck?
What the fuck? A minute and 40 seconds later, Derek stopped texting me. That's how it would go too.
I know. Berhalter with the corner kick. It amounted to nothing. Back inside. Oh, boy. I think that was Tillman that almost got through. Oh, he tried to cross it. All right. A little chip-in ball to the baby deer. Bambi trying to get it through. No. Remember when Bambi was on the ice? Remember that?
Yeah.
That's how
that ball back from Richards. That was
I told you.
Oh, soft serve, man. Soft serve.
Totally garbage.
Oof.
All right. Saudi.
Captain Magnitude is 16 seconds ahead of you, Derek.
Yeah, I don't know how that's possible. All right. I mean, I'm on the Fox feed. Should be fast. But that's not too bad, honestly. I can live with 15 seconds. A minute 40 behind, which is what Brett is behind me. That's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Ream with a header clearance that just ends up giving Saudi possession. And here they come. Across, cleared by Arfson. They still have possession. They get the clearance.
Ashton Berhalter to take the corner kick.
Yep. Yep.
This is dumb. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, no goal. God. I know you're shocked, Derek.
Yeah, I know. Tillman makes a good effort there, but comes to naught.
That's
all right.
Kind of ironic because Tillman made a good effort there and did come to naught as well.
Saudi switch fields. Here they come. They're driving. They lose possession, but get it right back in our third. A big old cross. Richards clears it to Arfson. Oh, but it goes off of Arfson and right to the other team. Or was that Berhalter? It was Berhalter. Berhalter fucking around in our, like, right near the goal. Gets it to Freeze. Freeze is just going to hoof it. Freeze hoofs it.
Justin Stern wants to know if VIX is using a Mexican satellite.
Ooh.
Could be.
Oh, my God. Saudi Arabia almost gives away in their own final third fucking around back there to Tillman. Yeah, they're working through us now. Arson with the clear on a big long ball outright to the Saudi right winger. Cleared by Arson with a header.
Dude, I can't believe that I'm only 24 minutes into this game. I felt like we've been doing this for like an hour now.
I know. All right, it's water break time. Water break. Break out the oranges. Break out the oranges. Sip some Gatorade or Powerade or whatever they have. They all have the wet towels around their necks. Herv Renard, and that's Tack's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Herv Renard. Tack wouldn't mind if he was his boyfriend. I'm kidding, Tack, of course. Although you have said many, many times how sexy Herv Renard is.
I mean, he could do worse. Saying.
Sure. Sure he could. I think he's got a girlfriend. I think she still lives in Texas, so I haven't talked to him about his girlfriend for a while, so I hope that's still an ongoing thing. And then I'm saying that he's talked about her on his show, so it's not like I'm making news here. Tack's got a girlfriend. Oh my God!
Oh, thank goodness it's water break.
Break out those orange slices. Says Tack's Brazilian ghost. Tack's girlfriend is a confirmed torta. Ooh, I don't know my Spanish. What's torta mean in Spanish? Isn't that a meal? Isn't that a snack? A confirmed torta.
A Mexican sandwich.
That's what I thought. thick girl. Oh. Tag is a torta pounder. That's horrible. Nibble, that is so horrible. Torta means a big
boned woman.
Boned woman. Okay. Hey.
Torta's a cake. Torta's a sandwich.
I had sex with a big bone woman once. It's okay.
Well, you missed the opportunity of saying that you've given a woman a big bone.
Well, she did get the big bone.
There's something there, right?
She was great though. She was a very nice lady.
Confusing. Brian says torta's a cake. B-Mar says torta's a sandwich. And then he says in other Latin American countries, torta is a cake.
Yeah, but what does it mean in the sense of calling her a torta? So she's a big sandwich, I guess they're saying.
Or she eats a lot of cake.
I thought it was a food, right? Torta. That's the first thing I said. But I didn't know what kind of food specifically.
Brian DeMarco says pastel is cake in Mexico. Torta is sandwich.
All right, Arson without left. Brett's still watching Orange Slices.
They're just taking the field again now.
Okay. Yeah, again, this is not surprising. Reem tries to find Luna. Luna finds Arson, who is just slightly off sides out left. It is as if Freeman's just a center back. They might have well listed this as a 3-4-3. Honestly.
Is Luna this team's Pulisic? Because that's what we do with Pulisic on the pitch. We constantly go to the left looking for Pulisic.
I think Arson's the new Pulisic. He's touched the ball more than anybody else in this game by a long shot. A long shot. All right, Saudi threatening. They're in her box. Don't foul. Okay, they back it out. Restarting are the Saudis. Okay, they're just going to kick it around a little bit on our right side.
Kevin Brennan says,
switching fields. Switching fields. Oh, they don't get anything. Torta's long for chubby or fat.
Yeah.
Torta, he means. But yes.
I think he meant torta, yeah.
Yep. Okay, I did not know that, but I figured it was something denigrating. I've never met her. I've never seen her. She's a little chubby. There's nothing wrong with that. Women come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
They can't all be married to super models like Brett. And, well, I'm divorced, so I can't really say that. Although, supermodel, hey, not everyone stays a supermodel either. Oh, what a giveaway! What a giveaway by Freeman. He got too aggressive, but Richards comes back to save Freeman's ass on a breakaway for Saudi Arabia.
I wasn't sure if
crap.
this was sarcasm. Good one, Richards. Sweet Jesus. Thank you, Richards.
Freeman way overplays a ball, comes all the way up to cut it off. It goes over his head to a left winger, out left, wide open now. No one in front of him. Richard busts his ass to get back and save Freeman from that embarrassment. Whoa. That could have been 1-0, folks. Should have been, but for Richards. They're crossing it in, goes over Freeze's head and out of bounds. Our ball.
Still waiting to see that play.
Our lack of striker starting to show. It certainly has. But then again, how many times have I said Aguiman or Tillman's name today?
You said baby Draft a couple times.
Yeah, Bambi. The center of the field, if you've ever seen when Bambi was on the ice, that's what Aguiman is. So far, we are playing it down the left side almost exclusively. All right, Luca De La Torre has it in the middle. He gets it to Berhalter.
Oh, my God, Freeman. What the fuck was that?
We're going out right. Guess who's got it? McGlynn with a cross to Bambi. Bambi misses it somehow. Oh, my God, he's got to get to that. That was a great pass for McGlynn. Where was Bambi? Berhalter.
What the fuck was Freeman even going for there?
I don't know. Way over aggressive. All right, Ream out left to who do you think? Arson. Arson just kicks it back to Luna. Luna kicks it back again to Ream. Ream kicks it back to Luca De La Torre, or forward to Luca De La Torre, who finds Arson out wide, but Arson can't get to that. I guess he just didn't expect that ball to come. McGlynn with a magical pass, but Bambi was late on his run and couldn't get to it. Bambi's shorter than Baby Giraffe.
BMR says, I'm so far behind. Hey, Brett, let's start our own stream.
Tillman with it. Tillman out wide to Luna. Luna inside to Aguiman. Oh, he loses after his first touch. No, shocker. Bambi could not bring it down and hold on to possession. And now we lose possession. Saudi coming the other way. They get it out wide. They switch fields. It's a Bomberan pass all the way to the other side. Freeman trying to pick the guy up, but the guy cuts inside, and now everybody's back playing defense in our own third, except for Bambi, who's up top.
I'm not going to try to pronounce his name here, but he says Bambi's a good nickname. And then Untouchable says Bambi Mung?
Bambi Mung. Bambi Mung.
I want to see that tifo. Somebody holding a 2-pole up of Bambi like losing his footing on the ice.
Yeah, we should play that GIF right here on the screen.
I've got nothing else better to do. I'm going to find it.
All right. Bambi on ice with Thumper. Yeah. All right. Saudi Arabia currently with possession. They're kicking around the horn. Now a long pass forward to whoever Arson was covering, and the guy's complaining that Arson hit him in his face. Herve Renard with his hands behind his back like Napoleon. Marching. Oh, he's saying Arson throated him. He's saying Arson smacked him in the throat. He's down, holding his throat. He's not getting up. Oh, he's making all these very serious facial expressions as if Arson did get him a little bit there with the arm, but I don't think it was that hard. Oh, yes, he did. He clotheslined the motherfucker. No one called it. No one called it. He did get him in the throat. But, I mean, he's embellishing this now. Come on. It wasn't that hard. All right, quick water break with Poach on the sideline. I've got De La Torre talking to Poach. We got Berhalter talking to the coach.
I've got live footage, Derek. I've got live footage.
Live footage
of the game.
Whoa! Oh, boy. It's so funny. I mean, he lost that last pass to him in instant. It bounced off his foot, and immediately he could not control it. It's crazy.
That great Green Bay side, I know that's a concern, right? But it was only like for like 6 or 7 seconds.
I think we're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a GIF too, wasn't it?
No, it was a YouTube video.
Ooh, yeah. Use a GIF.
Doesn't fucking matter, dude. If they come at us, we can challenge it. That literally was like 6 seconds.
It's Disney. They're bitches.
That's fine. We'll lose ad revenue for it. Who cares?
Yeah, just use GIFs in the future though. They're easier, and you won't get shit for that. Remember in the old days when we didn't do the show live, and I created like the whole show was us talking in GIFs? I never got struck once for any of those. Bambi's got it out wide. Bambi's up. He passes it back to who else? Arson. Arson tries to get it to Berhalter, who loses control because the pass was way too hard from Arson. Way too hard.
That's a great point. Is Bambi even public at this point? I mean, they may no longer have the.
They got an extension at one point, but you might be right. That might be over because they got the extension to 72 years. The extension went to 72 years. So,
sorry, I said, how old is Bambi? And AI comes up with talking about the age of the fawn itself.
Oh my God!
In the sequel, Bambi 2, he is depicted to be 41 to 45 years old in human years.
Oh my goodness!
Oh man, how old is?
All right, plays on. Tillman down to Berhalter to Luna.
It's 82.
Luna look at Luca De La Torre, who's kind of looking for where to go with this. Berhalter gets it out to McGlynn. McGlynn back to Freeman. Freeman, unsurprisingly, over to Richards. Richards going to pass it to Ream. Yes, there it was. Ream's going to look for Arson. Arson wasn't open which is a miracle because that's been the play all game long. Back to Richards. Richards over to Freeman. Oh, yeah, we're just going to kick it around the back here. Freeman way over to Berhalter. Berhalter up to Luca De La Torre, who did advance. Luca De La Torre out wide to Arson, who tried to get it to Luna and gave him basically an ambulance ball. But somehow Luna used his body to save it. And now we got Luca De La Torre back in the middle. Oh, he's going to pass it back to Ream. Ream's going to probably pass it over to Richards. Nope, it went to Freeman instead. Freeman outside to McGlynn. McGlynn's going to probably squeeze this in. He is. He's not losing it. He's still coming inside. No one was open, so he passed it back to Ream. Freeman back to Berhalter, back to Luna, sideways, back to Berhalter. Switching fields over to McGlynn was Berhalter. That's a pretty good pass. McGlynn looking. No, who is that? Is that Freeman? Did Freeman get up there for once? No, he did not. That's got to be Tillman. It is Tillman.
I feel like I've asked this question before, but why do people cut holes in their socks?
To give their, if your socks are super tight and you got huge ass calves, it feels really uncomfortable. So if you cut a hole, it kind of loosens the pressure on them. Okay. Some people feel like if you have really, really tight socks, it causes cramps.
Yeah, John says blood flow. Untouchable says release pressure on calves.
Yep.
Fair enough.
All right, out wide to Arson. Shocker. Arson in the final third. Flicks it to Luna. Luna, loses possession.
Frank Gass for $2 says, can we get downs on the pitch?
Luna tackled him. Luna steals. No, he doesn't. He gets fouled. He gets fouled trying to steal it. But he's fighting like a motherfucker. He's saying something to Arson. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing there or something. I don't know.
Frank Katzler for $2 says, can we get downs on the pitch?
I would like to see that in the second half for sure. I'd like to see it right away. All right, Luna going back to pick up one of his shin guards. It was a foul. We haven't taken it yet. Poach looking a little concerned on the sidelines because we are 40 minutes into the game. And we've only had really one chance, and Bambi wasn't there for it. He was just about a half a second. But we're going to set this set up to be a set piece from about, I'd say, 50 yards out, 40 yards out. Berhalter's going to take it. And we do know Berhalter's a pretty good right foot. So let's see what happens here. It's out. Oh, it was going for Tillman on the far post. Just missed. It wasn't far off, but cleared by Saudi Arabia. Now back to whoever's playing defense here, which is Berhalter. Ream's finally coming back here. It's all the way back to Freeze. And we're starting deep on our own end here. Freeze to Ream. Ream to Freeze. Freeze. They're not high pressing the goalkeeper. So he's just dawdling with it right now. Can't find anybody. So he passes it back to Ream. Of course he did. Ream's probably going to look for Arson, who is coming inside a little bit. Or is that Berhalter? That was Berhalter. Now Arson takes a spot on the left wing spot. Freeman trying to get up the field. They ignore him and kick it back to Richards. He made a run, though. That's the first or second run he's made all game. And Richards switches field to Arson. Oh, but it was too high and Arson couldn't keep it in. This is amazing. You would think Arson is the new Pulisic. Every pass goes to Arson out wide. How Saudi Arabia hasn't figured this out yet, I do not know.
He's not doing anything with it.
It's the number one thing they were doing all game, though.
But maybe they realize, Derek, that's the thing. Maybe they do realize it, and they're like, well, let's just let him keep getting the ball because he's not doing shit with it right now.
Yeah, right now, not much. It's not working out. All right, we're back to the back three. Freeman to Richards. Richards going to pass it to Ream. There you go. Ream out wide to Arston. This is a shocker, but Luna's making a run. Arston finds him. Luna got it. Deep in the corner here. Too many people got back to help out. Berhalter helps him out. Gets it back to Arston. Arston back to Ream. Back to Freeman. We're switching fields. Nope. Freeman making a run through the middle with the ball. Out wide to Berhalter. Berhalter out to you-know-who. Arston back inside to Tillman. Tillman out wide to Luca De La Torre. Where's he doing? He's way over there. We're out right now. McGlynn inside to, I'm not sure. Is that Tillman? No. That looks like Freeman. So Freeman now getting up the field. Luca De La Torre in the middle. Ream way up the field. Gets it out wide to you-know-who. Arston. Little dinky pass to Berhalter. Berhalter tries to cross. Gets blocked. Possession to Saudi Arabia. They're trying to get out of their own end. Good tackle from Berhalter. Throw in Saudi Arabia.
Frank Kassler for $2 says we lose to Dominican Republic.
I don't know.
Anything's possible.
I mean, anything is possible. And this is the best Dominican Republic team I've seen in my lifetime. They were pretty much an easy team to beat for years. But a lot of good things happening in Dominican Republic. So the country is more settled. Boy, Freeman just fucking around with it on our side and almost found out. But it worked for him. Tried to pass it into Bambi. Bambi was not there. McGlynn over to Luca De La Torre. Seems to have switched sides with Berhalter. Berhalter now playing left midfield. Gets it out to you-know-who. Max Arston. Back to Berhalter. Then Ream, who's come way up the field. Back to Arston. Pass inside to Bambi. Bambi slides. Misses it. All the way to the other side to McGlynn. McGlynn for Bambi. Bambi heads it straight to the goalkeeper.
The Bambi nickname is killing me right now. I was just like, Bambi. I'm like, oh my God.
It's apropos. You'll see that whole thing in about a minute, Brett.
in about a minute.
Somewhere around there.
Right, in about a minute from right about now, actually.
Yes. Yeah, Bambi didn't get much on that header. He got to it. I'll give him credit for that. But he didn't get much steam on it. And he hit it right at the goalkeeper, so he didn't make him work at all.
Somebody else mentioned this, but we had an actual shot on goal today.
That was the first one.
I don't believe it because I haven't seen it
yet. It's coming. Don't worry.
I just saw the Freeman play where he about fucked around and found out almost.
Yes. When that was sketchy as shit.
The little cut to the side, yeah. Oof.
All right, back to live. Luca De La Torre, midfield. Out wide to Freeman. Freeman will just pass it back to Ream. There we go. Ream out wide to Barson, who was a little hard. Went by him. Arston, I'm sorry. That's, Ream doesn't really make that many bad passes out wide like that. That one was a little hard to get to. But boy, are we forcing the issue on this left side. We are not giving up. Going down the left.
I'll say this much about the team so far is that they're making the passes. They're completing nice balls moving forward. It's just once we get forward, we just don't do shit.
No, I mean, like I said, Arson's had the ball at his feet more than any other player in this game, out wide, with some space. Too. Nothing's happening. Here comes the Saudi counterattack. We lost possession. Here they come. Freeman 101 on their little 24 guy. And pretty good defense by Berhalter to stop that from happening.
He's been pretty solid breaking shit up.
Yep. Freeman, Berhalter in her own third. He kicks it way out wide in her own third to Arston. Shocker switch field. Back to Luca De La Torre. De La Torre gets it to midfield. Back to Arston. I might break a record for saying Arston today.
Yeah.
Back to Reed.
I don't think his mom has used that name enough. Compared to you, Derek. I think you've broken that record.
All right, we're on the other side. McGlynn's got it. He's coming inside, and he's switching fields to guess who? Arson. Arson can't control it. He loses control, trying to one-time pass it out of the air to Bambi, and then loses the ball.
Easier to say, too.
Throw in Saudi Arabia. I mean, was it hard to control? That's what, by the way, it was a dime by McGlynn. It hit Arson straight in the foot, okay, from 30 yards, switch fields. And Arson just couldn't bring it down. Or he tried to one-time it, I can't tell. But it's halftime, folks, and the score is 0-0 between Saudi Arabia and the United States. I think we should all be a little nervous right now because that was not great. Lots of possession, lots of time in their final third going down the left side. No actual, there.
Dude, I mean, Tillman need to get Tillman involved.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
Yeah,
I'm still watching this the game progress here, but I'm done watching it.
Yeah,
I'm just like Tillman's name got brought up, I think, 2 or 3 times that entire game.
Yep.
And you were doing play-by-play for 90% of that half. Thank you. I appreciate that. I could actually, like I said, listen to radio on that. We're moving it around. We're making plays, but when we just get in that final third, it's nothing's there.
Yes, as Nibble says, too much masturbation, no penetration. Yeah. I mean, typically you're not masturbating right before penetration. I would say too much fondling and not enough penetration. Because usually you don't masturbate if you're with your partner.
Well, I mean, hold on. Just let's talk about that because there is masturbation in the sense that she can be masturbating you.
But that's called fondling usually. That's not masturbation. Masturbation isn't an auto thing. Masturbation is auto. If she's doing it, that's not masturbation. Absolutely, look it up. Masturbation is a singular act that one person does to themselves.
I'm not going to look that up, Derek. I don't need that in my algorithm.
Do you really say, yeah, my girlfriend was masturbating me? I guess you could.
Yes, technically. I mean, you can say jerking me off or
there you go. I mean, giving me a hand job.
Those are hand job. Those are all slang terms for basically the actual definition of masturbating.
Well, it certainly was a lot of fiddle fucking around in the final third.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe this.
Yeah, and so a lot of tugging, regardless, and no action, no actual penetration into the box was rare. When it happened, we lost it immediately. There were a couple really close calls. Bambi was late on the McGlynn cross, which was a great cross, by the way, a great ball. He was a step late. And then the cross, again, I believe from McGlynn, the header had no power. He couldn't get anything on it. And went lazily to the goalkeeper's hands. So, okay.
Timothy Park says, right Frogmon. Can't happen.
Yes.
On the game day roster.
Yeah, exactly, Brett. People who don't know yet, Haji Wright got married yesterday. He had a lot of sex last night. He's not dressed. And he's a little worn out. It was a long night of reach arounds, 69s, and eventual penetration. So, nope, Achilles, says Chambers. But that's not fun.
Fox said Haji's hurt.
Yeah, he pulled his Achilles last night during commencing the act after marriage.
Where the fuck was his leg at in that position? What position are we talking about?
I don't know, but he was obviously pushing into it, right? Using all of his leg power, and he pulled an Achilles during the act. Because he didn't do it in practice. I didn't see his leg wrapped in the wedding photo. Did you? No. So it must be post-wedding or post-commencement of or the finalization of the marriage. And all the act, he could have been like they could have been doing the stand-up one where he's standing and she's riding him, right?
Chambers is saying that the wedding was in fact a month ago.
God
I don't know
damn
what
it.
to believe. Brett, are you fucking with us, man?
Because we had people telling us
Too
that
many
he just
people
got married yesterday.
Yeah. All the congratulations are happening now. I haven't seen any of this shit a month ago.
Yeah, exactly. Edgar Castillo for $4.99. Barson and Aguiman horrible. Things all fans know, but not Poach. What's new? Poach stubbornness starting to get annoying. Yeah, it is a little annoying with Aguiman for sure.
Everybody's got their favorites. When Berhalter was here, he had his favorites too, and it took Berhalter a long time for him to offload his favorites.
Yep. And
we don't have a long time here, unfortunately.
This is not an accident. This game plan was the plan. And that's why Mr. Arson has had so many touches. How many times did I say out to you-know-who, Arson, in this game so far? The whole game plan is to go down the left through Arson as a left winger, as if he's a replacement for Pulisic out left. It's absolutely insane. It is.
I almost think that Arson's sort of just the path, because I think they're trying to get the ball to Luna in the end, and they change the point of attack over to Arson, and Arson plays it up to Luna almost like 80% of the time.
Yep.
So, but it's like, hey, this is the point. Arson is his pimp. You got to go through his pimp.
And when the U.S. did show a little bit of urgency moving the ball quickly,
we're listening to some audio.
Yeah.
I'm
just seeing what they're saying, if they're saying what we're saying. Yes, we said that too. Get some numbers in the box.
Barfston, more like Barfston.
So Arson had a good cross to Bambi. Bambi wasn't there for that one. Then he gets up, and McGlynn passes another cross in. And Aguiman has the header. Bambi has the header that has no power on it.
Yeah, exactly. I see that they're watering the fields, trying to make the game a little faster. Speaking of watering the fields, I'm going to go make another drink real quick.
Oh, all right, I understand. All right, we got LD saying, let's make a change.
I think because of how deep Saudi Arabia are, if they can push Freeman up higher and wider where
Yes,
Freeman
higher.
Inside. Now you have another number inside that you can play through. Or you just go to Freeman, and he and Arston either one-on-one, get a cross-off, or just take a touch and get a cross-off. Then you have more numbers in the box. But one thing, too, Malik Tillman, there's a couple times it's gone wide. He needs to get in front of goal. It's kind of backing up passively around the 18. Get in front of the goal.
Yeah, I agree. Tillman needs to get in the box.
No, I'd let them play on the next about 10, 15 minutes, and that makes them change.
Moadu saying, no, just use the same guys for the next, no halftime changes. Just let them play for the next 10, 15 minutes, then make your changes. I don't agree. I think there are a couple changes you can make right now. Biggest one for me would be get Downs in there. But, yeah, I mean, if you're going to play it out, and if Saudi Arabia are just giving you the left side going, hey, there's all that free space, just take it. Arson cuts it in, has cut it in quite a bit instead of just taking the space and making a nice cross into the box where there should be Aguiman, Tillman, right? There should be maybe a midfielder in there too. It should be lots of guys in the box. Shouldn't just be Aguiman and Tillman, who's not gotten in the box as much as he should have as the crosses come. It's just Aguiman in there too much alone so far. So, Herv Bernard teams are hard, says Casey. Because he's so good looking? Oh, hard to break down. I get it. Okay. Except Bambi isn't good in the air. Well, based on that header, I'd say, not really. But they are playing a super low block when we've got possession in their final third, which is why we also need, when they've got the ball and we get it, we steal it from them. But this has been a problem since Berhalter, right? We're too slow on the transition. We're too slow on the transition to take advantage of regaining possession in our own end and transitioning immediately to offense. There were a couple times we did that, but it was always the same. It wasn't down the middle. It was a quick switch field over to Artston on the left. And he's just not made a whole lot out of that free space so far. And I don't know what else to say. It's looked a little constipated, honestly, in the final third. Again, the same problem with the Berhalter teams. You got most of the ball. You're in their final third. You can't do anything. Suriname was fast in transitions versus Mexico and took advantages. Was fun to watch, although they lost. Yeah. You got to know how to take advantage of the transition. And we just don't. And we're pretty predictable about where that ball's going once we do regain possession. Everything's going down the left. Everything. They're in a tough group. Don't know what that's about, Fumar. Which one? Our group? I don't think it's that tough. Wouldn't have been that tough 4 years ago. Arson had a bunch of plays where he gets wide open space and on left, and instead of pushing up, he stops and goes backward or tries to go to the middle. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. That's what I've been complaining about the whole half. The whole first half. They're giving you the space. Take it. Take it. Don't cut back inside, brother. Don't cut into traffic. What are you doing? Your right foot, you're going to score with your right foot anyhow. Take the left side and make a good cross. And Tillman, get your ass in the box. Simple as that. That's not what is going on here. All right, for the 312 of you here now on both X and YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandma. I hope your stepsister is enjoying this game because it's been a little meh in the final third. And if it wasn't for Chris Richards, we'd be down 1-0 right now. Without Chris Richards coming back and saving Freeman's ass, we're down 1-0 right now. No doubt about it. So good on Richards. You could, at halftime, make the changes of Downs and Tolkien. I think Tolkien's got a really great left foot. Really great crosser of the ball. Starford says, Derek, my stepsis is as dry as a desert at halftime. Break out the KY, my friend. But, yeah, I totally understand why she's dry. Because this game has been flaccid. Brett's coming back. Don't worry, BMR. He had to get a refill. We all have to drink through these games because there's no other way to do it. Derek, I don't think he put in one cross that half. He did. Artson had about 2 or 3 crosses in that half. One of them was fine. And Bambi just wasn't there for it. But you're right. Most of the half, he wasn't crossing it. They were like, go ahead, have the space out left. And Artson's like, I want to cut inside. And I'll just pass it to Luna. Oh, I'm going to cut inside. No, I'm going to pass it to Berhalter. Oh, I'm going to cut inside. I'm going to pass it to Luca De La Torre. When they're just giving you the space, take it. Tillman crashed the box along with Bambi and get some bodies in there to get that ball, that cross in. Not happening so far.
Has the game started yet?
Sorry, Will from MLS Moves is texting me. No, I got commercial. I can't.
All right.
I don't understand what he's saying. Let me see here. What?
Refresh us and hopefully magically be in sync with everybody. BMR says the game will start for you in 20 minutes, Brett. Yeah, it's fair.
All right. So anyhow, I'm just clarifying with Will there. I'm not sure what that means. Anyhow, maybe he means come on the show. If he wants to come on the show, yeah. Brett, send him in the link if he wants to come on for halftime. Or he just wants to hang out for the next half because I don't know where he is on the stream. Come to when you got towards the end of the game. Yeah. Well, we will send you. Oh, yeah, I'll just text him back. We'll send link. Will send link on X. You have MLS moves, right? You have Will's.
Yep.
Okay. So I just let him know we're sending him the link so he can hang out with us after the game when we do our post game. Derek getting all nervous.
Fucking raw.
No, I'm not.
Our the post game. Still waiting for a game to occur here.
Al, when have I ever been nervous? Ever. I don't care enough to get nervous about anything. The only thing I get nervous about, honestly, is driving on 465. Because there's so many idiots on it. That gives me a real, like, oh, God, people are just, am I going to get killed today kind of thought? Honestly. Other than that. Now, so we'll have Will on. A lot of sad things to talk about, he says. Yes, Will. All right, so yeah, we'll be joined by MLS Moves after, also known as Will, on our show after the game. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we have good things to talk about. Right so far, it's just
Daniel's saying that second half is starting. I don't believe you. I'm still watching an advertisement right now.
Yeah, second half just started, just kicked off right now.
You're a lying bitch.
Back to Richards. Richards all the way out wide and up the field to Tillman, who heads it centrally towards the box. No one there. We did get possession out of that somehow.
Eric Ronaldo posted, well, I'm bored.
I hear you. Guess what? Ream got it out wide to Arson. Arson crosses it. Blocked.
All right, we're just taking the field now, guys.
Arson with a throw in to Luna. Back to Arson. Arson. Back to Luca De La Torre. Back to Ream. All the way back to Richards. Going back. Backed up to Luca De La Torre. De La Torre slides by a guy. Advances. Gets it out wide. Nope. That pass out wide to Arson was blocked. We regain. Nope. We foul. We did not get repossession.
Oddly enough, no halftime changes, and we're about to kick off here.
Yep. No halftime changes at all. Because this worked so splendidly in the first half. Let's just keep doing it. Although it looks like Tillman moved further up the field alongside of Aguiman. Freeman gets the clearance by Saudi Arabia. Richards to Ream. Ream, let's just guess.
That kickoff format, what the fuck was that?
Ream gives a hospital ball to Berhalter, who loses possession. And here comes Saudi Arabia on the counterattack. Shot blocked by Ream. Whoa, that was horrible. All right, out wide. Here we come. Arson. So you know what side we're on. Luca De La Torre. Back to Ream. Ream settles. Back to Richards. Sideways to Richards. Richards. Sideways back to Ream. Ream trickling the ball, matriculating it slowly forward. Ream out, big, wide for Arson. Of course, Arson with the ball. Arson settles. He'll kick it sideways to Luca De La Torre. Luca De La Torre back to Arson. Arson back to Ream. All the way back over to Greg Berhalter. Berhalter, who's way deep playing a center back spot. The fuck? Up to Luna.
I've had Kevin Brenner's comment posted here for about a minute or two. Says, glad we're not playing a drinking game with the key word being arson. As you said arson like 12 times there, man. We'd all be fucking fine.
A pass up through to Bambi. Oh, he had a shot at it, couldn't get to it. Defender gets to it before Bambi in the box. But nice through ball, I think, by Tillman to Bambi.
I'll verify that here in about a minute and 40 seconds.
It was all happening while you were talking. Luna. In the throw-in, through ball to Tillman. Tillman back to goal. Loses it. Saudi Arabia's got it deep in their own end. Are they just going to clear it or what? Or was there a foul? Looks like there was a foul. Yes, that through ball was by Tillman, and it was a beauty. It was one step too far ahead of Bambi.
The block was Richards, not Ream.
Okay. They were right next to each other. It was hard to see.
They practically were holding hands.
Yep. Some pseudo dangerous moments.
Green
Saudi Arabia
wants to know, hey Brett, can you touch at the club you're at or not? Dude, when you're me, you're allowed to touch whatever. You know, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, that sounds really pedophilic.
You just there. We're at a fucking. I'm at a strip club. How's that have anything to do with pedophilic?
Oh, at the club. I thought the club you coached at. I forgot about your background.
Wow, that was a jump, a jump conclusion there, Derek. Come on, man.
Are you not a coach at a club?
I am.
I didn't know he's talking about the club behind you. It doesn't look like a club to me. It looks like an arcade.
And once mentioned the club that I coached at today, you immediately jumped to that.
Sorry. All right. Oh,
Brazilian Ghost says gentleman's club, Derek. Come on.
Yeah, right. That's what they call it, though. That's true. Cardoso in the background with Poach there. What are we doing here? What is the big going on here? We're going to VAR? We're going to VAR for something? What's going on?
That was a great ball by Tillman.
The real irony is the man who's down is the captain.
Oh, we got an injury. Saudi.
The guy
and he's saying that that Bambi kicked him when he was clearing it, and he wants a card.
So the guy that blocked got to the ball first before Bambi on that play by Tillman. After he kicked the ball out, you could literally take that song from the 90s. I'm spacing the name of it, like the wee ba 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 da bum ba 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 da bum wee ba 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 da bum.
Ooh.
It's a scat, man. That thing.
Bambi does come through. Cleats first.
Nice.
Cleats first on this replay. Cleats first. That could have been a card. Maybe it should have been a card.
Are they not? I mean, I see him down on the ground now.
Well, wait till you see the replay. By the way,
it was studs up.
It sounds like you're not that far behind anymore.
I'm at 49-28, 29-30. 49-31, 32.
Yeah, you are. You're still a minute 30. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at 51-14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 51-21. I think it got better, but not a lot better.
The argument, guys, everyone's saying that's yellow at least. It's not a card. We'll review as a red. Guys, it doesn't matter if the follow through occurred and hit his studs. His studs were up.
Yes, you cannot do that.
Now this takes me back to an argument I've had with a number of people. Do you remember? I think it was last season. It gets Inter Miami versus Nashville, and the Nashville defender was clearing a ball, literally cleared a ball, and his foot was coming back down, and like calved Messi. And Messi went down because he got capped. But people are like, oh, no, studs up. I'm like, no, he was clearing a ball. His foot was literally just coming down. That's different.
Tillman almost had a steal, by the way, to score a goal while you're talking about that. And, I mean, he was inches away from stealing that inside the box and having a one-on-one with the goalie. But it didn't happen.
Says, give him a card so we can get him off the pitch.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't want a guy with a yellow roaming around out there, so pull him.
Even a guy who might get a yellow here because, he's on the watch.
Corner kick. I think McGlynn's going to take this because it's from the other side. Yes, it is McGlynn taking the corner. Swinger, inner. Here go. Up to Tillman. Oh, Richards, got a head on it. But saved by the goalkeeper, straight at him. God, we have this propensity lately of our headers going straight to the keeper.
Yeah.
Not even making them work a little. All right, Burwalter, we're in midfield.
Burwalter. Person fucked that up, though. Jesus. Sorry, I know I'm like a minute 40 back, but still.
Yeah, you're looking at 2 minutes later. All right. We got control in the midfield. We got Luca De La Torre bringing it up and getting to, guess who? Arson with with a through ball to Bambi. Bambi's got it deep in the box. He's still got it in his feet. Good pass to Luna, who gets trapped underneath his feet. He's still got it, but he's got to dribble out of the box. He tries a little chip for Luca De La Torre, I believe, but no, it was for Berhalter or Arsene, and it didn't work. That was not bad by Aguiman. That's the best he's done so far with his feet.
Umar says, no way DK isn't better than Aguiman.
No, I think DK is better than Aguiman. I don't think.
Green Basin says Luna is playing hero ball. Like I said, I think Luna's taking the role of Pulisic, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he does there, though, guys, because the ball's trapped in his feet. He's doing his super best to get it untrapped, and at least he holds on to possession. All right, Freeman with a throw in our own third to Tim Ream. Ream bringing it up. Oh, Saudi's retreating for the most part.
God, you're right. That header by Richards, man, right at the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been any more right at the goalkeeper, man. He didn't have to make a save.
Arsene gets hacked down. No foul. We still have possession, but he's just getting up now. Ream moving the ball past midfield because they're just backing up into a low block here. Ream, Richards. This is ring around the rosy here. Inside to Berhalter. Berhalter to Luca De La Torre. Out wide to Luna. Luna past one man inside the box. Couldn't keep possession. Rolled out of bounds. Goal kick. He's saying his shirt got yanked. Otherwise, he would have made it to the ball. He held on to me, he said. He held on to me. Otherwise, I would have gone past him. He held me.
Daniel says Connor Casey's better than Bambi.
What a move, by the way. Yeah. What a move by Luna. Just fake that first dude straight out of his drawers. That's a foul on Arsene. I'm sorry.
Spider's Latin says, shit, put Richards up top instead of Bambi.
Bambi on ice.
God, I was right at him. I'm just watching the replay now.
I know I'm going to get shit later on X from you-know-who about calling him Bambi. I already got shit for calling him the baby giraffe before. Is Bambi the only forward we have? Jay Gomez asks. No. We got Downs. He's on the bench. We got Downs and White.
Yeah, White.
I'm not real thrilled with bringing White on, though. I'm sorry. Give me Downs. That dude can score goals in the box. All right. Saudi Arabia making some changes personnel-wise.
Well, I mean, also on top of that, but Downs brings the athleticism and I know White seems your out-and-out striker, but Downs is going to offer
Wando clone.
Yeah, he's going to offer more.
Or Sargent, says Action Mook. Yeah, don't tell me we couldn't have used Sargent. And this is an opportunity to build his confidence a little bit, this tournament. It's an absolute absurdity that he wasn't called up for soccer reasons, footballing reasons. Absurdity. You tell me Brian White scoring almost 20 goals in the championship. Or Aguiman.
I mean, I know Luna's not having the greatest game of his life right now by any means, but I love his intensity. I know, again, about a minute behind, but that play where he tried to beat a guy and went out of bounds, and he's like, "That should be a corner kick." Look, It's just it's great to see the fire.
Aguiman dribbles past the whole Saudi Arabian team, but then loses it, gets it to Luna. Oh my God, baby Bambi. What a move. Not bad. Except he did kind of trip over the ball. Oh, shit. Saudi Arabia on the counter. And it's off the bar. Off the bar. They almost scored. Off the bar. Holy crap.
Kevin Brenner. Good.
2-0. Should be 2-0 right now.
Should be, okay. Kevin Brenner said Sargent can hold the ball better than Bambi.
Oh,
yeah. No. That's one of Bambi's biggest flaws is his hold-up play.
Right.
Hold-up play is horrible.
Because his feet are concrete. Oh, they were offsides anyhow. So if that would have gone in, we would have been fine. But still, dude, come on. This is getting crazy here. This game is 0-0, and we just don't look. Arson making a run. Reams got it back to Richards. It just doesn't look like we're at any point like we're going to score. Berhalter playing fucking right center back now. Freeman playing winger. We're playing 3 in the back, and Berhalter is taking up the right center back's position. This is insane. What are we doing? Okay, inside the box to Tillman, who gets it to Agumon, who gets it to, I'm not sure who, but out wide to Arson on the left, and he tries to squeeze it inside to Luna. Luna takes a shot blocked, out of bounds. Quarter kick.
Hey, I'm just watching Agumon take on the entire defense of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that was, he kind of gets it stuck in his feet.
He does, yeah.
At the end.
Because you had mentioned on the fly that he got it to Luna, but he didn't get to Luna. The defense toe poked it to Luna.
All right, now we're in their box area. Crossed by Arson, headed out. Luna's got it inside the box. That went to who? Berhalter? Crazy. What happened? It's a foul somewhere on somebody. We're in and around the box now. We're pushing it now. We're going to put it in the box, and if chaos happens, we might get a goal. It is a lot of tiki-taka inside the box, though. A lot of really short, quick passes inside their area. If that keeps happening, eventually we will find a goal. All right, Saudi Arabia, goal kick or penalty. Ooh, pass. They're on the counter. Here they come. Here they come. They get out, switch fields out to their right. But it's too hard, and it goes out of bounds, and so we've got possession throw-in. Throw in Arson, back to Ream. Ream back to Richards. No, over to Berhalter, Seb Berhalter, who's now playing right center back. This is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. With Luca De La Torre playing in front of the back 3 all by himself. And here he comes at midfield to pick it up from Arson. No, Arson all the way back to Ream, over to Richards, over to Berhalter, who's now playing right center back. Out to Freeman. Yeah, he wants to get Freeman more involved and higher up the pitch. So that's a good move. Freeman gets fouled. So total
People are
change.
yelling at Dominic. People are yelling at Dominic. Downs.
Dominic Downs time.
Do we have a potential sub coming in?
Let's see. There's a break in play. Are there subs coming in?
Dominic Downs.
Yes. Looks like Luca De La Torre out.
Adams in, apparently.
Adams in.
Yep.
McGlynn out. Downs in. So 2 up top. Two giant dudes up top for us. We're going for it. We're not fucking around. We are going for it. So Agumon and Downs talking as Downs comes on the field. Like, what's the difference? What's between you and I? What are you doing?
Back heel flick that Saudi Arabia had. I know that you have to strain your mind to remember this, but that was a clean fucking back heel, man.
We got a set piece, by the way, Brett. Berhalter in the box. Richards! Goal! Richards!
I'll see it in about 2 minutes.
What a great set piece by Seb Berhalter. That was right into Richards' feet as he charged forward. He finishes it. No chance for the goalkeeper. Great
Brian
stuff.
B says Richards is way better than Agumon.
And I don't see him with the armband. I'll have to check that out, Fumar. Who's wearing the armband? I'm not sure. Richards might be offsides. Oh, shit. He might be. They're going to check this shit. It looked like he might have been a step offsides.
I've got to say, I'm not sold on Freeman.
No, but it's not fair, Brett. They haven't really given Freeman much of a go at his actual natural position, which is right winger.
That's fair.
Right back that's able and allowed to go forward, right?
Yeah.
He's just been told to play center back. So this half, Poach has switched. He said, all right, we're going to put Seb Berhalter in his right center back and move you up to wing back. So they're checking it right now. We're checking it. The Saudis were furious. They said it was offsides, and boy, is it going to be close. They're checking.
I'm actually watching the play live right now.
Looks like, well, they're not giving the refs still won't give anybody the ball.
The live play doesn't show you shit. It's anything.
It's being reviewed. This is going to be close. I think it's going to be offsides, though. I hate to say it. I think even Chris Richards knows it now. He just made a face.
I mean,
if it is, we're talking millimeters.
The clip they just showed right there, there was a Saudi arm in front of him and a foot in front of him. So, I mean, depending, I guess, on when the ball was kicked.
Well, they're talking about that right now, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what a stupid fucking video shot we got right here. What the hell is that even?
My brother texted me. Hold on here. So he might have put a bet on tonight. Let's see. Dude has some good damn heart. I don't know which dude.
That's who Richards. He has to be talking about Richards. Like I said, the one clip that they showed on that replay, it looked like there was an arm pass.
It counts. It counts. Been reviewed. Right. It counts.
I'm watching it again right here. 100%. Yeah.
Here comes Saudi Arabia. They are now attacking. All right. Well, they've got ball on their third now. They'll be throwing it in. Here they come. They're not fucking around. They're going for it.
Well, they have to.
Yep. They got no other choice. Cleared by Arfson, I think. Just way up there.
Like I was going to say, leading into that goal, I was going to talk about how if this game ended in a tie, the U.S. is a pretty good situation because of that 5-0 win against.
Still embarrassing. Still embarrassing.
Oh no, not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying before the goal, even we were in a pretty good solid spot because Haiti and Trinidad and Tobago both have 1 point right now after that draw.
Yep.
So at that point, they whoever wins either
Luna just got a yellow, by the way.
Who did?
Luna. Rough tackle.
Okay. But yeah, we're in a pretty good situation at that point, even with the draw. But now we have the one goal. It's even better. Obviously, we're definitely going through if we keep this 1-0 victory here. But that's still, like you said, it's still pretty sad and pathetic.
Yeah, I don't even watch these games with that shit in mind, to be really honest with you. Because all I'm saying is, are we playing good? I don't really care. Like I expect we're going to go through. If we don't go through, then Poach needs to lose his job. Period. End of story. Anyhow, free kick because
it's never going to happen, but still.
A free kick for Saudi Arabia, and it's at a great angle. And Luna really, I don't see how that's a yellow card. You'll see it in about 40 seconds. But here it comes. Freeze out. Grabs it. Well done, Matt Freeze. That was super aggressive.
I've got to tell you, man, I feel unbelievably confident with them. Maybe it's just because I haven't been feeling confident at the goalkeeper for a long time.
Yeah.
But
oh my God. Seb from right center back tries to hit Aguiman on a long ball and it almost comes off. Like way downtown. But here comes Saudi Arabia on the counterattack as they steal the ball. Pass outfield. Past midfield, into our final third, cross to their forward, broken up by Richards. Holy shit. Richards pumped up. He's like, fuck yeah. I got
Holy shit. So, who was it? Somebody mentioned the Pacers are up big right now. It's Fumar mentioned it. We're up 92-62 in the fourth quarter.
Yep, we're going to a game 7. If you're an Indianapolis Pacers fan, which I am, this is the first game I've missed in this whole series. And it's
I couldn't imagine giving up 30 points in a quarter. Well, knock on wood. Just for that fucking reason, but still.
We should be fine. Yeah. So we're going to game 7 there. It'll be in Oklahoma, unfortunately. Cross by Saudi Arabia from a corner kick. Oh, that was close. Adams out there. Oh, getting pushed over. What the hell? That's got to be a foul on Saudi Arabia. They just totally butt humped Adams.
Bimar says, Brett, the ultimate jinx challenge. And you know what? I would love to have watched that replay on the yellow card, but instead they showed goal replays and shit like that, so I didn't get to even see it.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was not a yellow. I'm sorry.
I just watched Freeze make a nice
save
selection there. Yeah.
But really aggressive for him coming out and saying, that's my ball.
That was in fucking traffic too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Matt does that. I don't think Matt's confidence gives him the confidence to come out and do that.
Like I said, I'm pretty comfortable with Freeze at this point.
Yep. Oh shit. Keep losing possession, and they've got it in our final third. All right, we got it. Adams has it in our final third. He crosses it all the way over to Richards.
Going on right now.
Yep, I love that. Richards to Freeman, back to Richards. Richards, long ball up the field to Downs. Downs gets it down to Luna. Luna out wide to Tillman. Oh, pass it now! He's wide open. Tillman hits it too hard, and he knows it. He puts his hands on his head too hard. He had fucking Downs and Aguiman wide fucking open. Wide open, Brett. Wait till you see this.
Before the build-up, Derek, I saw this on the chat, so I was like, oh no, what happened? But it's clearly a, oh my God, I can't believe you fucked that up.
Yeah. I mean, that's not something you're going to see Tillman fuck up like that. That's just amazing. He hit that cross way too fucking hard. Neither Aguiman or Downs could get to it.
Tillman and Luna just haven't been there today.
Yep. Although that, playing the replay of that ball in by Berhalter to Richards, it was a beauty. It was a beauty. Great curl. All right. Orange slice break.
I've liked what I've seen from Berhalter this tournament, quite frankly. Not saying that he's doing anything super duper spectacular, but he's fine. But then he has moments of brilliance in there.
Yeah, and he's played 2 different positions so far.
Yeah.
Now, since we scored, he's not playing right center back. They move Freeman back to there again now. So that indicates we're going to be more defensive. But yeah, you're asking Seb Berhalter to play midfield in the first half and then play right center back in the second half. I mean, that's pretty impressive to give that guy that kind of trust to play right center back.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Tillman, that was awful.
Yeah, you just saw it.
Yep. That was awful. Oh my God. BMR's in with me. He's at the same time stand by him apparently because
you're both on VIX.
Fucking Lord, that was awful.
Yeah.
Jackie D say bring in an Aronson, not bringing in one. So
just one of the two. Which one?
One of. Just bring one of them in.
Yep. So far, the man of the match to me is Chris Richards. Chris Richards scored the goal. He also saved the goal.
Blocks. Two good opportunities he's blocked.
Yep. Man of the match, Chris Richards. No doubt.
As it stands right now, you can't argue it one way or another.
Nope. All right. Saudi with the throw in. Play resumes after orange slice break. Arson back to Ream. Ream back to Richards. Richards over to all the way back to Freeze. Okay. Freeze back to Richards. Richards, get it to Freeman. There we go. Out to Freeman. Freeman blows by a guy, kicks it back in the middle to Adams. Oh, that was almost a hospital ball. But Adams got there first.
BMR wants to know if we're going to 1-0 our way to the Gold Cup title. Hey, we did it under Berhalter. Why can't we do it under Poach?
It's possible. Although that whole 5-0 win to start things off kind of ruins the 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
No. Well, I mean, Berhalter had a 6-0 against Marquette or whatever it was. Whatever that.
Martinique.
Yeah, Martinique. We had a 6-0 win against them.
Oh! Great pass by Richards up to Luna. Luna tries to slide it in to Downs, or was that Abangi or Bambi? I'm not sure. They
Just
look
stick
the
with Bambi because you can't get his name right, Derek.
Well, exactly. They're both the same size. It's really kind of hard to tell the difference between the two of them. Reem. Reem back to Freeze. Freeze just kicks that shit into the stands because, yes, Saudi was coming with high pressure. Way to go, Freeze. Don't fuck around. Just boot that shit out of the stadium. There's no need to fuck around with that.
Said the Bambi. It was definitely Bambi.
Yeah.
It was Bambi. Taxco said it's definitely Bambi.
Yep. Okay, good. I thought it was Bambi too. I wasn't 100%.
I've got to say, being a minute 40 behind kind of kills the joy of watching the game.
I hear you. Yeah.
But it is what it is, and I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
Doing my best, guys.
Saudi Arabia with a possession in our final third. They're trying to go down the right side. Throw in Saudi Arabia. Luna doing some good defensive work here. Stopping them from going. We got a subs coming on, it looks like. We might. Luna looking over to see if he's one of them, but he's not. Mm-hmm. It looks like it is a newly introduced Saudi player.
Captain Magnitude says, we appreciate you, Brett. BMR says, I'm enjoying reacting at the same time as you, Brett.
Well, that's good. We're covering both ends. Like, I'm way ahead. Yeah. Other people are way behind. So we're getting kind of like, oh, here comes an Aronson, and it is Brendan.
For Luna. Apparently it's Luna off for Brendan.
Yep. And that's fine. Brendan's going to run a lot and play a lot of defense for you. If you want to close.
And Luna just hasn't really been there today, so.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great, though.
Yeah. I mean, he said some plays. I enjoy his fire and his candidates quite frankly, but as a whole, it's bleh.
Looks like we're doing a 4-4-2 with the two big guys up top, or a 4-1-1. If you want to get more specific, 4-4-1-1.
Could it be a 4? It'd be empty bucket almost. 4-2-2-2.
It is looking a lot like an empty bucket with Adams and Berhalter.
Sebastian, yeah, exactly.
Or yeah. Where did Luca De La Torre go, though?
Well, he got subbed off for Adams. Adams took his place.
That's right. Okay. Freeman all the way up to Bambi. Oh, did he get fouled by the goalkeeper? He's rolling around like he did. He's not getting up. Play continues. Jesus, is that not a foul? Poach thinks so. He's saying, hey, what the fuck's that all about? It's a long ball here from Freeman all the way up to Aguiman or Bambi. And,
Brian B says that's a red card.
That's a card.
Probably a foul, to be honest.
Goalkeeper goes through.
How is that not a red? You got a foul. It's a red.
Goalkeeper goes through Bambi there, takes his legs out. I don't see how that's not a foul. They say play on. No foul. All right. Midfield with Ream.
Fallen Phoenix goes, looks like a flop, honestly.
Arson.
I'm
all the way back to Ream. Ream all the way back to Freeze. Freeze out wide to switching sides to Freeman. Freeman one times it up the field. To Tillman. Oh, he trips. Otherwise, he had a wide open field in front of him. But he trips and stumbles. That's a great one-time pass. And it looks like he got chopped out by a Saudi Arabian player. It really does. And Tillman's like, what the fuck was that? He tripped me. Otherwise, I was free. All the way down the line here.
Bambi almost had a big contribution by, guess what? Falling down.
Yep.
Oh, I just watched it out of the corner of my eye. I didn't even get to fucking watch it. God damn it.
All right. So we did get a foul. Tillman did get the foul call. We've restarted. Saudi Arabia accidentally hits it out of bounds. Throw in us. We're going to play it slow here and wait for Arson to jog slowly up the field to take the throw in, which is fine. Wasting time here is fine. There's still 12 minutes to go, though. That's a lot of time. Arson. Back to Adams. Adams. Over to Berhalter. Berhalter. All the way back to Freeman. Freeman. Dribbles by like 3 guys and then loses it. Oh, dude, way too much. One too many dribbles. One too many dribbles, dude.
There's contact, but I think it was all perfectly fine.
All right. You're talking about Bambi?
Yeah, Bambi. I mean, he took a hit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from him. And maybe he did make a mountain out of a molehill there. I don't know. But I still think that
Freeman, down the line to Downs. I'm sorry. Downs has got it. Cross. Oh, couldn't find Bambi. It was a good play. That was a good cycle. You'll see it in about a minute, 40 seconds. Good stuff happening there. Freeman finally doing things, right? He sees the run Downs is making. Makes a brilliant pass to him. Downs cross a little hard to Bambi, though. Too hard.
I just got done watching Tillman getting clipped there, yeah.
Little hard. Bambi would have to be a lot faster than that to get to that. And he's just not that fast. Let's be honest.
BMR says, we don't give a shit about what Brett had to say about anything, Derek.
I'm sorry I'm in front. I got to call the game for the 80% of the people watching it on Fox. There's no offense to Brett.
Hey, you know what? There's 20% of us that want our voices heard, Derek.
Well, I'm sorry. Majority get to win here.
That's fair.
All right. They're doing nothing with the ball. They try to do a long ball. Went out of bounds. Goal kick us. Little Dat was pretty desperate on their part. Nobody was even there. They're just blasting it up the field and hoping for the best. Herb Renard looking a little irritated.
He's got to be feeling pretty good going into the final match against Trinidad and Tobago, though. So
Herb Renard always feels good. He's kind of like Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris. Oh, good trap by Aguiman, and then he falls. Well, he's fouled. He got the foul call. Greg trying to get Seb trying to get the ball so he can start the free kick, but the Saudi players won't let him have it, and so he gets into a scuffle with them, and now he's getting a talking to by the ref. Not the Saudi players who wouldn't let him play the free kick quickly. He's getting a talking to for pushing guys. All right. Well, that's fine. How about talking to the Saudi guys that were blocking him from taking the free kick? Seb starts, gets it out wide to Tillman. Tillman one-on-one. One-on-one. Gets in the box. Loses it. Goes out of the bounds. This is a goal kick. All right. No. Is it a quarter kick? Did we get a corner out of this? Yeah, I guess we did. Corner kick. Good job by Tillman. Nope, reverse call. Okay. I don't know what the happened there. Goal kick. And they kick it out of bounds on their goal kick. Oh, they're going to get to retake it because the goalkeeper kicked the goal kick while the ball was still moving. Well, that's lucky. That's super lucky for them.
That should be a fuck you. You kicked it out of bounds. It's your ball. Their ball now.
I know. You'll see it in about a minute. It's hilarious.
That was a decent hold-up play by Bambi, by the way.
Yeah, it was. He did get fouled, I thought.
All right. He did. They got the foul, and then Seth tried to get the ball, and Saudi's like, not going to give you the ball. Edgar Castillo for $4.99 says, I saw enough in that run from Downs. Start him, LOL. Bambi plays like what he is, a D3 player. Enough is enough.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Steele, Tillman, through ball, Downs. Oh, he gets hacked. Was it a foul? I don't know. Aguiman shows up. Bambi trying to get, oh my God. Bambi trying to go up for the header. And as he came down from the header, I don't know. It didn't look like there was that much physicality, but he collapsed. He's now on the ground, scrolling around on the ground, but so is Downs. A lot of physicality there. He's grabbing his hip. Downs is down, grabbing his whole chest area. Tillman with a beautiful steal, takes the ball down the wing, gets a great through ball to Downs, and then this Saudi Arabian guy comes in from Downs' blind side, totally takes him out. Takes him out.
Sorry, Dick, I was laughing over that. The kick straight out of bounds just got me.
Yes. Well, wait till you see this. This is crazy. Yeah, he gets undercut, Aguiman, when he goes up for the header to regain control of the ball. What a pass, though. What a pass to Downs by Tillman. Only thing stopping that from being a goal is the sprint by the Saudi Arabian guy. He sprint like 50 yards to stop that from Downs. But he took Downs out. So now we got Downs and Aguiman both still down on the pitch, still writhing in pain, both of them. And, I mean, that happened minutes ago, or a minute ago, at least. All right,
nice
I'm going to go.
By Tillman.
I'm going to go.
Nice ball to Downs. Oh, my God. Damn, Downs took a beating there. I'm sorry for... Wait, what the hell happened to Aguiman there? I know Derek mentioned that he got undercut there, but I just didn't see it. I mean, I saw the what appeared to be more like a studs up tackle against Downs on top of the box, but I have no idea what happened to Aguiman.
Aguiman gets undercut, and they're both now they're bringing out the stretchers. Oh, good. Oh, God, excuse me, not good. Bringing out stretchers.
We're at the 84th minute. Well, me currently. God, that tackle Downs. Damn.
Yeah, that was blind. He was blindsided
All right,
by that.
I see the undercut. Yep. The tackle's fine. The undercut's the issue.
Yeah,
that's in the box. I mean, that's a foul. That's a foul right there.
Fallen Phoenix and Fumar both saying Downs is cap-tied. Was he ever really going to play for Germany? Really?
That's fair.
I don't think he was, guys. I don't think that was ever happening. So, I mean, it's good. Now we don't even have to worry about, like, all of a sudden him becoming a superstar, right? 2 years from now, he's with us. Downs is up. He's up. He's on the sideline. Looks like he's fine.
I mean, Downs tackle there's contact and everything like that, but I thought it was perfectly fine. I think the undercut in the box needs to be reviewed.
Yeah, I think that was a little nasty.
Yeah.
That dude knew what he was doing. He's like, I'm not getting this, so I'm just going to put my butt.
Yeah.
So he's off balance and comes down like a deer, a baby deer. All right.
I mean, anywhere else on the pitch, it would have been called a foul.
Tillman makes a funky-ass pass back to Ream. Ream kind of caught out, has to get it back to Freeze. Freeze just says, bam, I'm clearing this shit. Gets it all the way up to Aguiman, who isn't able to really find anybody off his foot. So now Saudi back on the attack, unfortunately. They're kicking around the shoehorn. We're got our defense set. Yep, definitely looks like a 4-4-2. Very simple 4-4-2.
You know whose name I really haven't heard this entire match for the most part? I mean, I know he's been in there from time to time, but McGlynn has just.
Yeah, I haven't called his name out, but let's be fair to McGlynn. We don't go down that side.
That's fair. Yes, I agree.
So right now, Tillman's playing right midfielder with Seb and Adams as the holding mids in a 4-2-4-2 or a 4-2-2-2, kind of a classic old Bob Bradley setup.
Everybody's saying McGlynn's out.
He is out.
I'm not even worried about him being out. I'm just talking about he wasn't part of the match.
Well, his set pieces were okay. But yeah, we went down the other side the whole game. Cardoso in for Freeman. So we must be moving.
People are saying Augie's out. Brian and Marco mentioned it.
Yeah, we're going back to a more defensive setup here.
Well, sure. I mean, we're in the final stretch. We're in a couple of minutes here. This win solidifies our move to the knockouts.
Again, that should be a given.
I agree. But I'm just saying that's why we're going defensive, is because it does solidify us in the knockouts.
Oh boy, we gotta tussle. We gotta tussle. Hervernard out on the field, pulling his players, pushing Tillman in the chest. Or no, pushing Robinson on the chest, who came in as the other center back. We got to fight. No fist thrown, just a lot of pushing. Hervernard getting directly involved. Why is he doing that? I don't know. Just stay out of it.
This isn't the WNBA. Of course, it's just gonna be pushing.
Ream staring at Hervernard, saying, "What are you doing, fucker?" That was a Ream Hervernard face to face there for a second.
And Hervernard's going, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yellow card's coming for Seb Berhalter and one of the Saudi guys.
We got subs then.
Yes, you do, bro.
Aguiman and Freeman are out, guys. Just so you know. Hey, we got Channing Cardoso in.
Little pushing going on. Looks like, to be fair to Herb, he's saying stop to his guys. Stop. Don't get involved with this shit.
That's the thing. He doesn't want that shit occurring because he's got one more match right now, and if he's going down 1-0 here, he's got to get a result in that final match against Trinidad and Tobago, which I think they'll get regardless, but still.
Yeah, you don't want to do it with a bunch of guys on yellow cards. Or worse. Yeah. But it is a free kick for Saudi Arabia. They're going to swing this in. Here it comes. Out wide. Richards up for it. Goes out of bounds. Over Richards' head.
Well,
he did get a head on it. Corner kick. Saudi Arabia.
That whole kerfuffle started absolutely over nothing.
Mm-hmm. Somebody pushed Adams over. Wait.
Somebody pushed Adams over, and then Seb came over and was just like, what the hell? How'd this get this big?
Goal kick. Not a corner for them. Seb waving everybody forward. It was shithousery. That's a good point, Fumar. Freezes look good. Says, where'd that already go by? Wow. It did go by. Somebody
Wilmer
said that.
Sanchez says, is Hodge going to be back? Well, if it's an Achilles heel issue, then fuck. No. But I don't know. I haven't heard of anything yet.
Yep. It's okay. Downs has looked fine since coming on.
B-Mar goes, Brett with another great, if slightly delayed reaction.
He's got no choice, BMR. All right. He poached on the sideline with Seb while something else is being settled. I'm not sure what the fuck it is, but there's plus 7 minutes added to the clock.
God damn.
Ooh, Downs gets undercut. He goes down. Not sure. I guess it was for the long injuries with Downs and Agima. Downs and Bound.
Okay. 7 minutes, though? They count every fucking throw in or whatever?
I guess. I don't know. That is a long time.
It's an insane long time.
All right. Seb out wide. Seb back to number 12. That's Freeman. Freeman all the way back to Richards. Richards all the way back again to Ream. Ream all the way back to Freeze. Shouldn't be surprising. Freeze looked a little uncomfortable with that pass, but he chips it out of bounds. That looked like a Matt Turner pass there. All right. Big long throw by Saudi Arabia into our zone, cleared out by Ream. Robinson, big time clear to Downs.
Big time.
Goes out of bounds. Our ball.
7 minutes. God bless it. That's nuts.
Ream's been so solid today. So is Richards.
So is Richards, yeah.
We'll have to figure out or find out how hurt Bambi is, if he is really hurt. We're stuck with Downs and White going forward.
He walked off the pitch perfectly fine.
Well, that's good. Tillman with an amazing pass. Oh, the final third back to Tillman. Tillman gets fouled. Free kick us. What was a Tillman Aronson thing? Aronson gets it, and he just didn't want to take a guy on. So, all right. Seb, Tillman, outright. Tillman inside to Adams. Adams backwards to whoever the fuck that is. All the way back to Ream. Ream back out wide to Seb. Seb to Tillman. Tillman with a cross. Hits the dude in the ass. Goes out of bounds. Our ball.
Brian says I'll take Downs over Bambi any day.
So far, so good. Robinson inside to Downs, who lays it off nicely to, who is that? Aronson. Aronson loses the ball. Aronson tackles, gets the ball back to Seb. Seb, what the fuck was that? Oh, penalty on Aronson.
Ream was a fucking brick wall in that play. I know minutes behind, but
yeah, but you're right. Another foul on us. Tillman hacks down one of their guys. Saud is his name. S-A-U-D, Saud. And he looks like he's hurting. No card. Oh, my God. That wasn't really that bad. Anyhow, foul on us.
Well, nice ball.
We're at midfield. Saudi Arabia with the ball. Bad pass to a center back. They're cycling it around in their own end. Long ball from Saudi Arabia all the way up the pitch, headed away by Ream. Ream, I think that was Aronson who headed it. Adams heading it now. This is chippy play here. Oh, Aronson, get up, buddy. Oh. All the way back to the Saudi keeper, and they'll try again. Currently less than 2 minutes left. Based on the added 7 minutes here. Long ball again from Saudi Arabia, but straight to Robinson, who gives it away off of his foot. Oh, that could have gotten sketchy, but Adams gets it, and we're good. Adams and Ream sorting out Robinson's horrible giveaway. Saudi another chip forward. This one goes out wide. They still got it. They're coming down the left. Defended by Cardoso. Cardoso steals. Loses it. Goes out of bounds. They're throwing.
Ashton Mook says Aronson is a player on crack, PCP, and bath salts all at the
same time. I have to say, we were playing more physical than we usually do, so that's a good sign.
So I say Tillman's woke up this second half.
Yes, he has. Into the box, long throw, cleared by Richards. Back to Saudi Arabia. Another chip in. Freeze, up, grabs. Our ball. Commanding catch by Freeze.
Judging by where I'm at, that's got to be close to game.
It is. There's 12 seconds left based on the clock. And now we've cleared it all the way down to their final third. Some guy goes back to get it. He's marching forward. He gets it to the center back. And the whistle just blew. Game over. 1-0. Not like super convincing or anything, but a win. But a win for the USA. Over Saudi Arabia.
We're moving on.
By the way, Richardson goes over to Richards after the game and says, "Thank you for saving my ass when I lost the ball there."
Oh. You mean Robinson lost the ball?
Robinson, yeah.
All right.
Mrs. Robinson, don't you fuck up in the defense, eh? Hey. We'll see. There's MLS Moves is in the waiting block for us. Let's bring them on. What's up, Bill?
Hey, guys, a sad win is a win.
It is a win.
And game is over. That's it, guys. We won. Way to go.
Brett's about 1:40 behind me.
Holy shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I just get more and more frustrated on a game-to-game basis that Ajimong is still playing.
That's unreal. It's unreal.
I mean, for the good news is we gave him a good nickname tonight, which is Bambi. And I think that's going to work going forward. Bambi on ice.
He is Bambi on ice.
It's frustrating because 90% of the game, it's just sort of like, what the fuck are you doing? And then that 10% of the game, you might be like, okay, well, that was a good hold-up play. Okay, well, that was a good ball back. He had a good opportunity, but he didn't finish it. Okay, or whatever. But it's just like you're sitting there going like, okay, that puts him like 5th, 6th, 7th range on our depth.
Yeah.
Why do we keep doing it?
Well, I was texting Adam, another friend of the show, right? Adam
Yes.
Turner, and I was asking him, I was like, is Patrick Ajimong worse than when we had Jossie Zardes playing for us? Like, who's worse, Patrick Ajimong or USMNT Jossie Zardes?
Bambi.
Yeah, exactly. And the crazy thing is like when he's playing against Trinidad, he's 6'4", he's fast as fuck, big dude. He should have scored at least a goal or two in that just based on his size and speed. He couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, he had a couple moments where you're like, oh yeah, that was up epic. Oh, you're down on the ground again. But yeah, I mean, it was a rough watch. And I guess the only thing you can say for Poach is like, okay, Downs coming back from, almost pooing his pants on a daily basis. So you're not going to start him. He might be dehydrated. I don't know. Brian White, you're not starting him. He was a colossal loser, in the game he got to start. And then, we have Haji Wright, who, I still can't figure out, was his wedding yesterday or not? Where's an Achilles? People have been fucking around with this all night, man.
No idea.
I don't know. I haven't heard. Was he supposed to get married yesterday? Really?
That's what people are posting.
People sent us photos. Yeah, he got married yesterday. It's kind of a weird time to get married.
hey, listen, I'm gonna go get married. Potch isn't playing anyways. Fuck it, I'm getting hitched.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Derek, you got to vote for your man of the match. Is it gonna be Chris Richards, Berhalter, or Max Arfston?
I guarantee you it should be Chris Richards, but I also guarantee it could be Berhalter who wins it. And Arson, just because you touch the ball 1,000 times doesn't mean you should win man of the match. I'm sorry.
Man, he controlled the entire game for us, Derek. Come on.
First half was all Arson all the time. Do you see that, Will?
Yeah. I didn't know if I was crazy, but have you guys ever seen a left back touch the ball as much? I didn't know if I was just fucking delusional.
Jedi doesn't even touch it, yeah.
I mean, he touches it so much for a left back. It is insane. Like, you think he's Messi or some shit. Like, we're just going through him the entire game. Well, but it's insane.
It's technically, though, let's be really honest, since Freeze in the whole first half was told to freeze. I mean, not freeze. Freeman was told to freeze for the whole first half. We played a back three. So Arson could do his thing up the left the whole first half. And that's where we went 80% of the game in the first half was down the left. I mean, it was so obvious. I mean, I kept saying, and you guess who just is getting the ball. And you know who has the ball now as I was going the game because he was so far up the pitch and we were doing the switch field thing to him constantly. But they were letting him have space too. Saudi Arabia's like, oh yeah, have that space out left, dribble it down the left. That's fine. But again and again, Arson would cut the ball inside, which unfortunately does no good whatsoever.
Edgar Castillo for $4.99 says, I honestly think Downs is faster than Bambi. LOL. No reason to play Bambi anymore. Downs did more in a few minutes, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It definitely opened up when we had two strikers on the pitch.
And if Haji has not really pulled an Achilles during the finalization of his marriage the night before, then because they were doing the stand-up position, right?
Fucking crazy positions, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that takes a lot of exertion, and you're kind of like have to go up and down, up and down. That takes the Achilles. So if he pulled that during that act, and if it doesn't heal, we're basically down to only two choices, and that's Bambi and Downs. That's it. But some good play for some guys we didn't think, we weren't sure. I thought Berhalter was good tonight. I really did.
Yeah. That's why he was up for man of the match, along with Richards and Arfston.
Yeah. Any standouts for you, Will?
Yeah, I thought Luna looked pretty lively. He looked a little better than I thought. He looked a little rusty the last game, or maybe I'm getting it mixed up with the Switzerland game. It's kind of like the whole sequence. The first two friendlies was a fever dream. I thought he looked all right. You know, not to be too negative, but you know, did Tillman look a little off tonight? Did he look like he kind of reverted a little bit more back to his
First half.
performing for club?
First half, definitely. First half. Definitely. Well, he was the ghost. He was the ghost the entire first half. He made touch the ball twice.
Yeah, and that's really because of the way we were playing. Like you could tell the whole thing about going down the left with Arts and Luna and Luca De La Torre, that was a thing. That was a plan. I mean, the switching fields thing was a plan. And that plays away from Tillman the whole game. We never went down the middle the whole first half. So we had to wait until Tillman came alive in the second half when they were getting him more touches. And then, of course, by the end of the second half, we're playing him out at right midfielder. Then we saw Tillman all the time making great stuff happen. But you're right. You're like, he was a ghost first half, for sure.
Yeah. And I was a little disappointed in Freeman. I think he got caught ball watching a couple times. I just don't think that he's ready, man. I mean, I'm sure you guys talked about this. Everybody's talked about how just ineffective our fullbacks are right now. They're just not it. We desperately miss Des. We desperately miss Jedi. They're just not good. And when I see this team play, I just don't think that we're good enough to win the Gold Cup. With the striker absence we have, it's like we're fucking cursed, honestly. When Pepe and Ballo's there, you know, one of them gets hurt or something, you know, something happens, we're cursed. I think we've been cursed for eternity up top, honestly. But I just don't know if we have the team to win it all. I just don't know if we do.
I think you mentioned Freeman lost his man a couple times. I'm like, each match he plays, he loses him a couple times.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the one against Switzerland, the first goal was him losing his man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple things, not really in defense of Freeman, but number one, he's being asked to play right center back for the whole first half. It's not his position. He's a right winger, a right wing back at best. And, you know, you're not letting him do his natural thing, which is getting up and down the wing. I mean, he made 2 runs the whole first half. That's not what he's used to doing. And number two, they pinched him in. That one where he overcommitted in the middle and the ball went over his head and Chris Richards had to come in and save the day. What's he doing there? I don't even know what he's doing there. I mean, so that was a quick counter by the other team, and he was still stuck in his sort of center defensive midfield role when we have possession. Ball went right over his head. He overcommitted on it. Yes, bad mistake by him. Bad, you know, looking out, if you will. Like, make sure your ass end is covered. And he overcommitted. Thank God for Richards, or this game's 1-1, or even worse, 2-1 Saudi Arabia, honestly.
No, I agree with that. And, you know, I was thinking, too, that I thought Matt Freese, you know, he really wasn't challenged too much tonight. But someone brought up an interesting point to me in a group chat. You know, Saudi Arabia is missing a couple key guys because they're playing with Al Hilal in the Club World Cup. Yeah. So this isn't even like their best version of themselves.
Right.
And we still didn't look good.
No. We were not dominant.
In our defense, so this isn't our best look of a roster either. So our C squad beat their C squad.
Yeah, but the Saudi League's supposed to be so dog shit, though, right? We're supposed to be ahead of them. So, you know, at least I think we're supposed to be, but maybe we're not.
Depends on who you talk to, but MLS is in that same bucket. So,
yeah.
That's what they say. But, yeah, it's a subjective thing. Did we read Jose Reyes, by the way?
Not yet, but quickly, take a look at these prices for the USA versus Saudi game.
Can you make it bigger? That's what she said.
Yeah, no, hold on one second. Yes, I can. We'll do that. Pull up this way.
There we go. Okay.
Who's going to go to that? Who's going to go to that? I'm not paying that much money.
I remember a day. Okay. It was a long time ago, and I was a kid. You could buy tickets for $12 and go watch the U.S. men's national team play. Now, that was the 80s and the 90s, and I get it. But
early 2000s, it was the same. I went to watch USA versus Honduras in Chicago, and I didn't pay that much. I paid like $20, $30 or whatever.
$20-$30, yeah. Yep. I don't know what's going on here.
It's fucking ridiculous.
This is a money grab. And, you know, in the end, you have to ask yourself a question. If you were U.S. soccer, are you really making any money? Because
not in that game. Fuck, nobody showed up for that.
It was half full. Half.
18,000 seat stadium, too.
It was not even a really big stadium.
As Derek and I talked about at the beginning of the show, when he mentioned how empty the stadium was, I'm like, well, this is like the 42nd game they played in Austin in the last 3 years. I mean, how many games does Austin really need?
No, I agree. You think they would try something else out, right? Is Austin the new Columbus?
Yeah. St.
I
Louis,
guess.
Cincy, Austin, they're all the new Columbus at this point.
But I guarantee you, if this game were played in Indianapolis, it's sold out. It's sold out because we don't. Indiana, we get nothing. They get this game is Indiana. It's sold out, but they haven't been here for 50 years. And I guarantee you, there are other cities that are starving to go support this team, and they're not even getting a shot. We just have repeat after repeat after repeat venue. Go ahead, keep repeating. But those people are spoiled at this point. They've already watched 2 or 3 games. They've already gone to a couple of these games. They don't need to go more. But
definitely don't need
go to
$150 to go see this game.
Right. So, like, the example would be, let's say you're trying to sell, this is it, like medieval times, and you got all these clams and all these foods that on your cart that you want to sell. Do you go to the same venue where people are well off and they've been kind of spoiled and they got plenty of money over and over again? Or do you go where people really, really haven't seen you for a while? They're starving for you. That's where you go. You go where people are starving to sell your food, not where people are well off and they don't really care about your clams and your cabbage and all the stuff. You go where people are really, really are starving to see you. We're not doing it. There you go.
By the way, Derek, Pacers won by 17.
Hell yes. Pacers on to game 7, and hopefully, I mean, I'm a little nervous because it goes back to Oklahoma City. A little nervous. For all
I hope they win.
Me too. I think been a great story for this team that's been kept together from last season. And, they're doing what they're doing. This is the first game I've missed in like 2 months, Pacers game. So
I wanted to ask you guys something real quick too. Obviously, we know the 2 friendlies were a shit show, right? Absolute shit show. Well, this is the best team in our group, Saudi, or they're supposed to be. How are we feeling 2 games in? Have we really learned anything? Are we just doing what we're supposed to do? Or are we just kind of feeling the same after? I mean, obviously we haven't lost, but you guys saw the stat during the game. We haven't lost a group stage game for the USMNT in like the last 21 games. But like, are we feeling better? Are we feeling the same?
For me, with this squad, quite frankly, it all boils down to whether or not Tillman and Luna show up. If you take them out of the equation, we're lost.
I'd agree.
And it's as simple
as
Richards
and Green were solid today.
Well, no, the difference here is that our center backs keep us in the match, but without Luna or Tillman on top of their game, we don't have an answer in the attack.
No, we don't.
I mean, we literally had nothing that first set. I don't think we had a shot on goal.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say I'm not massively comfortable going forward, especially after we get out of the group stage. And unless Adams can start from the beginning as well, I'm a little bit nervous about where this is going. And even if Adams does start, I think that the guys have been solid. I'm not saying that Luca De La Torre isn't playing pretty good or Berhalter's. I think he's been fine. But that's the thing. I'm saying they're fine. They're not blowing anybody's balls off right now. And we had a ball-blowing game from Tillman last time. We're going to need more of those. We're going to need more Luna. And Aguiman, I mean, that's just sketchy at best. So this isn't a team that I can feel really confident about. And I'm sure you're having those same issues.
Well, hopefully when Haji comes back from his ball-blowing honeymoon, he can bring his ball-blowing, to the game, to the pitch, right?
Right.
Some momentum. I don't feel too good about it. I'm sure that a lot of people feel that Tim Ream starting in 2025 is concerning, really concerning. I mean, he's almost 40. Is he going to be the starter in 2026? I hope not. I mean, hopefully, Mark McKenzie or somebody can take that role and play next to Richards. But there's just some things that are concerning. I do like that Matt Freese is starting because he's actually playing. I think Matt Turner is probably a better goalkeeper than him, but he just isn't playing. We know
or
this.
Was
at a certain time.
Yeah, maybe was. Right now, the one thing you can say about Freese, especially the one cross or corner set piece he came out and just snatched. I'm not sure Matt Turner does it. I'm not sure Matt Turner has the confidence to go, I'm rushing out 15 feet, 16, all right, 15 yards from my box, and I'm going to go up and get that. I don't know if Matt Turner does that. I think Matt Turner's confidence is in the gutter. Yeah. And so I'm much more comfortable right now with Matt Freese because I think he's a confident guy. The thing is, what we are seeing here with Ream at center back being the consummate starter at this point, probably through the whole tournament, is McKenzie has not won over Poach. Yeah. And the fact that the replacement, when we go to a back three, is Robinson tonight and not McKenzie, tells you everything you need to know about how Poach feels about McKenzie. And also, if we want to go deeper, how Poach has felt so far about Haji Wright. Because Haji Wright's got, 20 minutes? This whole setup, through this whole window. Maybe 30. Like, we're seeing some guys being left off. John Tolkien, 0 minutes, except for the minutes he played during the friendly. And he's not even getting on the field. So we are seeing some judgments being made by Poach. Now, we'll find out whether that's because he's saving some guys, arresting some guys. To me, that seems weird. But, I mean, we're seeing some decisions being made. We just don't have any insight about why they're being made. Why is John Tolkien not good enough to play for this team?
Well, I'll say with Tolkien's exclusion, like I said at the beginning of the show before the game started, I think Poach is in the mentality of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and he's looking. I think Arfson is clearly just one of Poach's favorites in this camp.
There's no doubt.
Not necessarily to bash him as a player. I mean, he had some decent plays in every now and then, but how many times were you just like, Arfson got the ball in, we lost it. It's just like, has Tolkien really been that bad during camp that he cannot offset it? Or is it just that Poach is like, I don't want to fuck around with the lineup. We're going to go in there, we're going to grind out a result, and then that third match against Haiti, then we'll fuck around.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. Well, and I've been beating up Arfson pretty bad. I don't think he's been terrible the last 2 games, but when we play any team that's competent, he is fucking terrible. He gets exposed defensively. He can't score. He's not good at crossing. He's just shit, right? He's not really doing anything good. He's just out there. He's a body. I would play John Tolkien because I think he has a better chance of actually contributing, being a solid backup in 26 behind Jedi. Like, I think he could actually be a solid backup in case something goes wrong. I think he's got a higher ceiling. I think he's like, 22 or 23. I think Arfson's like 25 or 26 or something like that. I think maybe because the Camp Cupcake, right? That was the first time that Poch really had these guys, I think, for 2 or 3 weeks, right? Maybe he just has, like you said, has favorites. He's grown close to Arfson because I think Arfson was there, if I remember correctly. Maybe he's just grown attached to him, kind of like, well, at least he's attached to Luna, and it's actually a good thing. But I think that's kind of like why he's partial to Luna, and Luna seems to be one of his favorites, is because he's familiar with these guys. But that's not necessarily a good thing.
No, it's not. And at least Luna came off after a while, and we got to see somebody else. But Tolkien's getting no looks. We don't know why. And by the way, for the 409 of you here right now, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandma, and please give your stepsister a kiss on the cheek. I think we're seeing favoritism here. We saw it with Berhalter with certain players too, but we're also seeing it here. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and I'd really like to know why Poach is uncomfortable with Tolkien. And let's be really honest about Arson. He's not, with Columbus, he's not a left back. He's a left wing back. He's got 3 guys behind him. He can charge forward. That's what Poach is replicating in this game. He told Freeze to hold. He played the Scally role. Didn't get to go forward. We played 3 in the back in the first half. So Arsene could charge up the field over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it was obvious what was going on. We're going to let Max Arsene be a left wing back, not a left back, a left wing back. Yes, he'll have to come run back and play some defense, but Freeman's staying home. He's not allowed to make runs. He made 2 runs the whole first half. It was basically McGlynn out there by himself with Tillman, but we never played it up the right the whole first half. So there's something, like, it's really hard to criticize some of the players when it's pretty obvious that the system is, like, criticizing Freeman, I don't think is fair in the first half. He wasn't allowed to go anywhere. He was locked into being a right center back. And then I think it was so obvious that you can criticize Arsene because he was allowed the thing he's good at to do, which is going forward, because he's not a great left back. If you make him a stationary left back, that's not his thing. He's a left wing back or a winger. So they tried that the whole first half, and we got nothing out of it. Absolutely poop nothing. There was one good cross by Arsene that Bambi didn't get to. That's true. But for the most part, Arsene was pretty ineffective, even when given absolute freedom and space out left. He just couldn't make anything go. And he cut in all the time, too. Over and over again, to the point where it's like, yeah, you're just going to cut in. Even though you don't have, like, the best right foot, you're just going to cut in anyhow. So, Arsene, to me, like to see some Tolkien. Would like to see a change there.
We'll see Tolkien against Haiti, most likely. Because at that point, again, it doesn't matter. We've qualified. We're moving on. And Saudi Arabia is going to have to flat out destroy Trinidad and Tobago. And
they
us
will.
Would have to lose handedly to Haiti for the roles to reverse. Because right now we're on top. We've got that 5-0 win against Trinidad and Tobago. Will Saudi be able to overcome that?
They'll win.
I think Poach is probably going to do some experimenting this game.
I don't think so. I mean, I'd like to see a few changes, but I just don't see it. I think Poach is locked in to these guys.
I'm just saying. It's clear that he's locked in, especially with, going back to Arsene in this situation, because we're talking about the Arsene versus Tolkien. Why isn't Tolkien getting playing time? Well, I mean, Arsene's clearly his favorite in the roster that's there. He digs something he sees from him, and you see it from time to time. It's there, but it's not there all the time. But you'd almost have to go into going, well, I want my guy to be refreshed and ready for the quarterfinal game. So I'm going to give Tolkien his shot. You don't have to change a whole hell of a lot, but I'm going to give him a shot. I'm going to give him a break and him a break.
The only thing I would say, Brett, is that you can't say that yet because we're not guaranteed a spot yet.
Yes,
like weird math could happen.
Nope, not a chance in hell. We have 6 points.
Okay,
hold
on.
3 points, and the other teams have 1 point. There's no chance in hell that we don't go through the knockout stage.
I understand that, but we don't want to play the first place team in the other group, which is going to be Mexico. So
weird math can't occur. I agree.
Yeah, we got to win this group, so we don't have to play Mexico. I mean, you're assuming Mexico finished first in their group.
We're likely to end up facing them in the end, or at one point, anyways. So
semis,
semifinals instead. Yeah. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's.
That's what I'm saying. You don't go about making wholesale changes at that point, but you do give some of your favorites a break. Arsene is running up and down that pitch a bunch. You do kind of want him to be refreshed for that quarterfinal game. And I don't think something Tolkien in there is going to fuck up against Haiti.
God, do you really? I don't know. I haven't seen any indication that he's interested in Tolkien, even remotely.
Well, it's fair. I just think he's showing extreme favoritisms towards Arsene.
I mean, we're using all 5 subs. Tolkien's not seeing any time in 2 games at all.
That's because he really sees a lot in Arsene. He's really showing favoritism.
I know. Isn't that kind of weird, though? Do they have
for him?
Yeah, I mean, is there some sort of weird relationship going on behind the scenes we don't know about?
Maybe so. Maybe so. There's some weird stuff going on in camp. Maybe we need to get a deep dive in the behind the scenes of Camp Cupcake to see how it really, formed the relationship. But I would like to see Tyler Adams start, right? Wouldn't you like to see him just be in the starting rotation now? I mean, it's been 2 games. He hasn't started. Wouldn't you like to see him be the starter?
It could be. This is going to be just precautionary through the group stage. And he's going to come off the bench until we get to the knockouts. It could be.
Last game made sense because of his sickness or his injury or whatever it was. This game, recovering from injury. But you would imagine, 2 starters in MLS versus a starter for EPL. You'd imagine that Adams would regain his starting role if he's healthy and ready to roll for the full 90.
Yeah, it was not like night and day when he came on last game, right? The last time he played, it was like, okay, yeah, it was boys against boys, but there's a man on the field now.
Yeah.
And he was
a leader.
Absolutely, a real leader and a guy who really, should have had an assist in that game, honestly. But, it'll be interesting to see what happens next game. He had knee herpes. I thought it was foot herpes, David D. Foot. And that's the same thing that Stefan came down with. By the way, does anyone in the world have worse luck than Zach Steffen? I mean, this was going to be he's supposed to be doing what Matt Freese is doing right now. And for 2 windows, 2 windows in a row now. He gets to camp, gets the foot herpes, got to go.
I had Tab Ramos on a couple weeks ago, and he said of all the players he coached, for the under 20 team, that he thought Zach was going to be the guy. Like, he thought Zach was the true heir to Tim Howard and could be it better, possibly. The end result could be better. And it's really sad. And, goalkeeper is one of those things you can play for a long time. He's 30 years old. But, I mean, I feel like that ship has sailed. I just don't see it. I don't see him ever realizing his true potential, like what he possibly could have been 5 years ago.
Oh, for sure. That one sailed for sure. But as far as overtaking, Matt Turner, that was still on the books. I think it was still there.
Chris Brady, honestly. Chris Brady, which I'm not just saying it's because Brett's on here, because I know he's the number 1 Chris Brady fan. Woo. But I think that Chris Brady, I honestly would have liked to see Chris Brady be the starter in the Gold Cup just because he's so young. He's got so much potential. But Matt Freese has impressed. I think he's good. He's just like a sense of relief, I guess is the best way I would say it. He just feels confident in goal. I like him, Matt Freese, better than I like Schulte. I like him better than Zach Steffen. And I sure as hell like him better than Matt Turner right now. Yeah. And if he is the starter going forward, I mean, I'm not mad at it, honestly.
No, I'm fine with it because, well, again, goalkeeper is a shaky position. We all feel nervous when Matt Turner's back there. And I just feel a little bit more confident with Freese. And it's not a whole lot more, but it's enough. Like, this is all by degrees, right? Either you feel uncomfortable, and then there's another lever that says, well, I'm kind of comfortable, but not totally, but I'm kind of. Like, I'll take that every day over uncomfortable, which is what I feel like when Matt Turner is between the bars. I feel uncomfortable. Jose Reyes for 5. Thank you, Jose. Downs, just from taking a couple touches, looks like an actual soccer player and not a wounded deer trying to stay upright after getting shot on an ice rink. Yeah, I added the ice rink part. But yes, you're right. Brian V for 2. Downs looks fast. I can see him playing out wide too. Could be.
Well, I mean, he fits very similar to the when Haji comes in, like that. Yeah, he could be playing out wide. He comes in for a wide player, but then again, when Haji comes in for a wide player, they're always playing more or less a 2-striker role for the most part.
Yeah,
so I think quite frankly, when Downs comes in, if he's not taking Agi's spot, then he's absolutely going to be playing more or less a 2-striker formation.
Yeah, I think also if you watch him with Kern, i.e. Cologne.
Yep, Kern.
Kern. He doesn't go out often wide, but he will to go seek out touches, but he always ends up back in the middle. That's the great thing about him. So, Listen, I was just happy we played 4-4-2 for a while tonight. That gave me a Woody. I don't know about Brett. Brett probably had a flaming hard on for that because that's his line.
I had a video clip on on Twitter. I was scrolling through Twitter, and Sophie Cunningham was popping up here, and you're talking about getting a Woody, and I was like, well, that's weird.
Well, I gotta say,
have that pulled up,
Is she the hottest 6'7" woman you've ever 6'5" woman or whatever she
by
is?
By far.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
I mean, I would look like a midget next to her.
Short Kings.
Exactly right. Yeah. Well, it'd be a short king at 6'2". I was like, whatever, I'll take it anyway.
And let's keep in mind, I did go out with an IU basketball player when I was 26 for almost a year and a half, and she was 6'4", and I mean, I'm 5'11". Yeah,
did she box you out?
She did box me out.
Nice.
And I boxed her in as well.
Nice.
Hey. Anyhow, yeah, I mean, she was a lot younger than I was actually at the time. I think she was 19 years old. So I was a little bit of robbing the cradle there. But
real quick, Jack Nade goes, was it a guy or a girl, Derek?
No, she had no penis.
Oh, fair enough.
She identified as a girl.
There you go.
That's what she told him.
And had a vagina.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyhow, it was a long time ago, but yeah, I mean, it's a little awkward. Even then, I thought it was awkward. Can you imagine dating her? It would be awkward, even for Brett, who's like what 6'1", 6'2".
6'2", yeah.
Yeah, 6'2", 6'3", whatever you are near.
He says she carried you everywhere in her purse.
I was like a little
yapping
dog. All right, Edgar Castillo for 199. Canada, the only team playing good. Mexico looks bad. Mexico does look bad. Did you watch those games, Will? The Canada-Mexican games?
You know what? I didn't watch it. I've been so fried just watching all these other Club World Cup games. I'm just saving the Gold Cup for the USMNT until it really gets down to the knockout round.
Yeah, well, about the Club World Cup, we should touch on that. Because what Miami did today, that's just fun. I'm sorry. That shit is fun. I enjoyed watching the game. I even enjoyed the first Miami game where it was 0-0. Like my mom and my dad, I watched it at my parents over the weekend with them. And they're kind of, they were kind of going into the game. All right, what is this? What are we watching here? Like, all right, they got Messi. Who else they got? And I start naming off the players. Oh, yeah, that's the guy that bit that dude in the World Cup. Yes, that's the guy. That's the biter, the vampire. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Look, that's a Barcelona guy. Remember that guy? Yes, that's a Barca guy. Like, my parents started noticing the players, and they were like, okay, I'm into this. Let's watch this. And it was a fun game to watch. And then today, for them to do what they did against Porto, a team that was supposed to finish top of the group, and they defeated them, that's good news for Miami fans. Probably good news for MLS, too. Will, I'll let you comment on that.
I agree. But before we get into that, did you guys see the score of the game before we hopped on here of the last Club World Cup match tonight?
Which one?
Botafogo beat PSG today.
Ooh.
1-0. Yeah. Huge upset.
I heard people talking about it in the chat, but I wasn't sure the scoreline.
Yep. Botafogo beat PSG 1-0. So that's a huge upset. And it kind of made me think, everybody glazes the fuck out of Europe because it is the best soccer you can possibly watch, especially at the club level, right? But is it overrated because we're only comparing Europe to Europe? Like, we don't really see them play any other leagues around the world. They're just playing each other. This is the first time we get to see them play each other on a grand scale. And I'm not saying that this is like the end-all be-all because there are, context. Maybe a team isn't playing their starting 11, their full
upsets happen. Yeah.
Upsets happen. But I do think that maybe the gap is closer than we thought. I'm not saying it's still not a wide gap, but it's still closer. I don't think anybody thought Porto was going to lose to Miami today. They thought Messi FC, old guy, retirement home. By the way, I coined Suarez with a new nickname. It's La Tortuga, the turtle. Dude's fucking slow as molasses in the winter, dude, okay? Absolutely slow. I mean,
yep.
He's just got to connect to the ball from time to
But the
time.
mind is still there. Look at the runs he's making. They're the right runs to open up space. That's what Suarez does. Like, I was watching that today and just laughing at a couple of the plays where it was so obvious. He was so slow. And he was running as hard as he could. You could tell. But he's making the right runs and he's opening up space for other people, even if he's not going to get it eventually. Or sometimes they get the through ball to him and he's just a hair short. Because
I think Tack made a comment too on this topic as well. Like when European sides are talking about European arrogance, because when they play in these Club World Cups and they lose a match, all of a sudden it's our team wasn't really trying. Well, we weren't playing our best players or anything like that. But then when they win, it's like, hey, look how great we are.
Yeah, and then
not saying that these teams in Brazil are gonna dominate in the EPL. They might, some of them might, but what he's basically saying is, to what you said, Will, in that sense, is that maybe the gap's not as big as we think it is.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really get a chance to. I mean, like I said, we don't really get a chance to compare because it's Europe. Just kind of play. They just play themselves. There's a Club World Cup every year, but it's normally just the one champ from each region, which I don't think you can tell anything by that. I mean, that's
a game. Yeah.
It's exactly so. And I think that a lot of European fans, not all of them, but a lot of them have fragile egos, and they couldn't even fathom that another continent is just as good at them at soccer, like at a club level. So that's why they're disregarding this. Like you're saying, that it's a win-win for them. Like, hey, we didn't try, or yeah, we knew we were better than you. Like, so that's what I don't like about the Euro snobs or the Europeans fans that are downplaying this tournament. And hopefully that would be cool as hell if a team not from Europe ended up winning this. Probably won't be an MLS team, but what's cool though is that since Botafogo beat PSG, they're now going to advance. So Inter Miami possibly just got a free pass, and now instead of having to play PSG or an Atletico in the next round, because they're going to make it out of their group now, most likely, they have a chance of playing Botafogo, which I think they could end up maybe getting an upset. And who knows, maybe Miami goes on some type of crazy run.
Anything, as somebody said in the chat, anything can happen in football. That was Dr. Doom. And that is true. A lot of weird shit. Hey, it wasn't that long ago, at least in my memory, that Greece won the Euros. Weird shit can happen.
The nuts thing here is this final match coming up, because they just play each other once, correct, in the group stage?
Yes.
So I mean, Inter's already played Porto and Al Ali. I'm not sure if I'm saying that anywhere close to accurate. Yeah, so you have third and fourth who are playing for a win because they have to get a win, and you have first and second who are vying for a tie or a win because they have to get that as well. But like the group is completely wide open still. Inter could very well go on into this point.
They could, but they could go out too.
They could go out, yeah.
I think as far Tack had said this, that they're not doing goal difference, they're doing tiebreakers, like head to head. So I think I think Inter Miami, I think they're going to make it unless they just absolutely shit the bed against Palmeiras, like in a historic fashion, because Palmeiras drew with Porto, and I think Porto plays out Ali, obviously. I think that they're pretty much guaranteed at this point to advance. It's just a matter if they're going to be the 1 seed or the 2 seed.
Well, no. If Al Ali, if they win and Inter and Al Ali tie each other, they'd have to go to something else, right? Goal differential. So that would be the exactly. Yeah. So that in that case, they would go to the goal differential. But Al Ali. I mean, they're already at a -2 goal difference. Miami's +1. I mean, I don't think they're going to beat Porto, that bad. But then again, you have to, talk about how bad does Palmeiras beat Inter Miami. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but I think, like, if I had to put a percentage on it, I'd say it's probably like 90% likely Miami will advance past the group stage.
Can we check out the Seattle group real quick, Brett? Can you scroll down to that? Somebody was saying they still have a chance to get out of this group. Is that true?
Well, I mean, yeah. They're going to be playing PSG next, right? Or who do they play next?
They play PSG, but I think they're technically eliminated because Botafogo just advanced. They're automatically going through now.
Yeah,
Botafogo is. So Atletico holds a tiebreaker over Seattle.
Gotcha.
So I think Seattle's technically eliminated today.
But even in their loss, I have to say Seattle was not bad today. I think they put up a good fight. They give up some stupid ass goals. Let's be really honest. But and that's what happens when you play a really good team. You make mistakes and they make you pay. But
I think Auckland's going to pull it back.
Historic run.
Auckland shouldn't even be in this. Oceania does not deserve a team in this championship. I am sorry. And until we start figuring that out, we're going to have the same thing happen in the next World Cup. God help us. I know it's good. And there's the other problem. Oceania is going to have New Zealand in the World Cup nonstop for an infinite amount of time. An infinite amount of time. That's not how this should work. Okay? Not even Italy's guaranteed a World Cup spot, but New Zealand? New Zealand's guaranteed a World Cup spot every single World Cup? Please, give me a break. Let's change that. The winner of the Oceania should have to play in some sort of Asia tournament, period. Yes.
We getting shirts
Fuck
made?
Oceania. Derek,
get the shirts made.
We should get shirts made for that, yeah.
It's a ridiculous thing. I don't know why we're doing this. Even, let's say the Caribbean nations decide to break off from CONCACAF and start their own federation. So it was automatic that one team from the Caribbean would make the World Cup every single year. That's basically what we're doing here with Oceania. We're screwing over, actually, a team from the Caribbean probably that could qualify and be more competitive than Fiji or New Zealand. Seriously. Every year, New Zealand's going to be in the World Cup. They don't even have to worry about this. They're sitting back at New Zealand smoking cigars going, we're in this shit ad infinitum. We are here forever.
Historic run.
Yep. It's called equity, Derek. No, it's not. If we were talking about equity, then there are other lots of poor nations and other confederations that should get the same opportunity. And they don't. They don't. There's no guarantee that a Caribbean team makes the World Cup. There is no guarantee a Central American team makes the World Cup. There's just not. Because they're in our confederation. If they broke off and started their own, would they be guaranteed a slot in every World Cup? Because Oceania is guaranteed a slot in every World Cup, but not the Caribbean. They don't get a guaranteed slot. And they are way better at football. Way better than Fiji and all these other islands that make up the teams that New Zealand slaughters 8-0 every game. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit.
Jamaica would be on a historic run for sure.
Yep. Yes.
Steel for $1.99 says, speaking of Seattle, Ferreira over Bambi, El Parita. Well, Ferreira would have been useless in this match because it wasn't a tiny island Caribbean nation. So
correct. Yep.
Friends in Austin, Shady Spinach for $2 says Friends in Austin said 1 hour before, $80 cheapest.
The prices were dropping 1 hour before the match. It still didn't help. The prices need to drop a day or two before the match if you want fans to actually show up.
There's not a massive line outside the ticket office going, God, what's the ticket price going to be here in a second? $80 sold.
Yep.
Maybe you got a couple, I guess, but it's not going to be backed up or anything like that. So
Christopher Ellie does make a good point here. Last time New Zealand was at the World Cup, they were undefeated in their group.
Was that 3 draws?
In their group, they weren't undefeated because they got defeated. But I get what you're saying. I just don't think it's fair that New Zealand gets an automatic bid to the World Cup every single year. And they will. Going forward with 48 teams in the World Cup, they will get an automatic bid. Oh, sure, they got to go play a bunch of Vanuatu Islands and the Fiji and, Samoa and all these island nations. But that's an automatic bid every year. Automatic bid for Oceania. They should go have to play somebody else. I'm sorry.
You know what's crazy too? It is crazy. Oceania, fuck Oceania, right? By the way,
yes,
it's crazy that they get an automatic bid, but the winner of the Euros doesn't get an automatic bid. I've been on that train for a while, saying that the winner of Euros should get an automatic bid. I mean, you just won the fucking Euros. How do you not get an automatic bid? Like Italy won it 2021 and didn't make the World Cup. How crazy is that?
I mean, I get it that they want to keep the qualification process separate from the Euros. It's fine. But they could do something like that. That's up to FIFA. Hey, you won the Euros, Italy, so now you get to automatically qualify for the World Cup.
Or UEFA could sit there and say, hey, one of our third place spots are moving forward. You know, whatever it is, however they do it. They could say, hey, the Euros get an automatic bid. That takes away one of the spots of our 47,000 that we have. Yeah. And the remaining 47,000 or 46,999 have to vie for the remaining spots.
BMR says, Derek, how do you feel about UEFA Conference League? Of course, it's being a smart ass. He knows exactly how I feel about the Conference League. I think it's a ridiculous third-tier tournament.
Hey, Will, did you know that Napoleon was actually really short?
No.
Really? Was he?
No, he wasn't.
Average height.
He was average height for his time. Stop it, Brett. Edgar Castillo, Italy may not even make it again. Yeah, it's very possible.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait a second. Did Napoleon date a 6'5" basketball player?
No, I did.
Okay.
Well,
he definitely would need a step stool.
He was still a short king, though.
6'4".
Literally, yes, he was.
6'5", no. 6'3" probably would be more accurate. And I almost said her name, so I'm an idiot. Anyhow,
Will, did you end up letting your wife watch the match?
No, she did not. She was forbade to watch it.
Yeah,
she was knitting. Forbade.
Go in the other room without a TV and knit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, go knit the baby a nice little sweater.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Well, let's close this sucker out with our kind of final assessments. Let's go with Will. Why don't you give us your final assessment of tonight's game and what we can look forward to going into our last game against Haiti?
Yeah.
80. Yeah.
Well, I was very nervous in the first half, almost went to sleep, had the NBA Finals game to the side, was watching that too. Thank God there was something else to kind of keep an eye on for the first half. Love the name Bambi. Going to use that going forward for Ajimong. That's one of the highlights of the night.
Sweet ass.
Hopefully we can get some guys like Tyler Adams into the starting 11. Hopefully Haji Wright comes back a new man from his honeymoon and maybe gets a chance to start up top. Because I think he's our best striker at this point. I think he's the best option we have up top. I would take him over Ajimong, Brian White. I think he's got to be our third option going into the World Cup. Maybe Downs if he can prove himself, but that's still TBD, right? To be determined. I don't know how I feel about this as far as I'm not positive, because I asked you guys this earlier. I'm not positive or negative. I just kind of feel the same going from when the two friendlies happened.
Yeah.
It's still a wait and see thing. It's still wait and see. We're not going to know what we're made of or how good this team truly is until we play Mexico or Canada. And hopefully to God, we get a chance to play them.
Yeah, I think we probably will. Brett, your thoughts?
Yeah. Stand firm on the fact that if Tillman and Luna don't show up, this team is going to struggle. We saw it today. We're likely to see it again at some point in the future, I'm sure. I'm hoping since we have a guaranteed spot in the knockout stage at this point, I'm hoping that Poach decides to change up a couple things and gives people a look, because the very minimum is his favorites are going to need a bit of rest. They can't play whatever it is, 6 games if we make it to the finals. It's such a short spell time. So they're going to need a break from time to time. This is the time to give your favorites a break.
I think
bringing in somebody like Adams into the middle is not necessarily giving Sebastian or Luca De La Torre a break. He's going to be regaining a starting role. But say somebody Tolkien for Arston would be a viable switch that won't ultimately change much.
It is a viable switch, but I think what we've all learned from this, and this is, I think, in a way, a little more important than who we learned as far as who the favorites. We know Luna and Arston are new guys that Poach trusts. What we're learning is players that Poach doesn't trust. Turner, McKenzie, Tolkien.
I don't think he doesn't trust him. I just think he trusts Arston wholeheartedly. So
proof's going to be in the pudding going forward.
I would think so. I would think the Haiti game will be that proof.
Haji Wright not getting the shout over Bambi. That's scary. I know he couldn't play tonight, but I mean, the fact that Bambi's his guy, again, says a lot about the other guys who aren't his guy that could play center forward for this team. Not some of them not better. I don't know if Brian White's a better pick anyhow, but I don't think he is. I don't know. I think they're about the same. Maybe Brian White certainly seems to perform better in MLS over the last 3 seasons than Bambi. But regardless, no Sargent here. Again, I'm talking about guys that are left off and told to stay home. Obviously, no confidence in that guy whatsoever. So what I'm getting out of this are the messages of guys that he has no confidence in whatsoever. And so I'm writing those down. And yes, I'm also writing down the guys that he has confidence in. Those are becoming obvious. Little shocked by some of the people that Poach has written off already. To me, it seems like they're written off.
Yeah.
And we'll only see, as you said, Will, going forward. This is still a developing story. None of us are experts on Poach at this point.
Well, I wanted to say one more thing too, real quick about Poach. One positive thing about him, right? Not to be all negative. I remember last year that we were just talking about how good Chris Richards had been for Crystal Palace and how he wasn't able to translate that to the national team. It seems like that's finally happening, which is a great thing because we need him desperately, especially for who we're going to play going forward, not only in the remainder of this tournament, but in 2026. Have to have a very, very, very good center back if you want to go anywhere. He was today.
Yep.
He looks like he's finally coming into his own for the USMNT. And then Malik Tillman. We're talking about the Eredivisie Player of the Year. We're talking about a guy who you would ideally want to be a starter in 2026, who's got all the talent in the world, and he hadn't been able to realize that with the USMNT. But now I think under Poch, the last couple of games, now obviously there's been some stinkers as well, right? But under Poch, he looks way better than he ever did under Triple G. Way better than he ever looked under Triple G. So the positive is that 2 guys we are going to need to rely on going forward are actually looking better. And hopefully when the other core guys get into the mix down the stretch, it doesn't fuck up and they actually can all of them can look good together and not just some of them look good. So that's just one positive that I think he actually has done is help these guys look better in the USMNT kit.
Yeah, those are positive things. I'm still having, not to end negative, but I'm still having an issue with no Sargent, no Tessman, no Scally. I'm having I have a hard time swallowing that. Now, we don't know all the details or why or whatever, but to me, seems a little weird.
Well, I think someone mentioned in the chat as well with potential injuries to players, you are allowed to make changes in the knockout stage.
Really?
Yeah. What's that?
So somebody had mentioned in the chat that in the knockout stages you're allowed to make changes to the roster. Well,
he's not going to.
I don't think he's going to.
He's made that very clear. Edgar Castillo, last winner of the night for $4.99. TDUN spoke to Poach. He told him that he thinks he knows his 2026 guys already. He's ready to shrink his group of players. He knows it already.
That's scary.
That is so scary.
He hasn't even taken a look at Death or Jedi yet.
I guess Sargent's out. Reyna's gone. I mean, I don't know. I don't know because remember, he said that Reyna doesn't really fit into his system. So Sargent didn't come here, not because Sargent didn't want to come here, because, well, fuck Sargent. And even though this would have been a great opportunity, as I said before, to build his confidence back up. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know whether to feel good about those comments or not. Exactly.
That's scary as fuck. I'm not going to lie to you. That is very scary. And also too, real quick, I want to ask you guys this because I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Reyna, obviously, he's here for the Club World Cup. I mean, his stock is at an all-time low. We all know that, right? And like you just said, it's not looking good for 26. What do you do at this point? Are you still on the Eredivisie lower table La Liga train for a move for him, or do you think it's MLS? It's time for MLS at least for a year to on loan, maybe get some confidence and go back to Europe after a year.
It definitely won't be on loan because he's only got one more year of his contract. So unless he extends it with Dortmund and then goes on loan, that's it. No, he's gonna be sold. Where he's gonna be sold is a big question. And no, he's like 21, 22 years old. He's not gonna go to MLS. I mean, he could go there on loan, like you're saying, but it's not gonna happen. Go to a lower team that's gonna guarantee playing style, or sorry, that guarantee playing time. I think that plays a style that fits you.
Yes. Well, and the crazy thing about all this, and just listen to these numbers. You went from being worth on market 40 million, and now you're worth nearing 6. It's scary bad. So they're going to have to, Dortmund are going to reluctantly have to dump him for a lot less than they could have made 3 years ago. And that's got to hurt them bad. They got him feeling some massive pains. We're talking about a $33 million difference between what he was worth and what he's now worth. And I think he'll probably stay in Europe just because of who he is and how stubborn he is and his agent's going to be. But it'll probably be for a mid to lower table team in Spain, Italy, Holland even. I don't think he's leaving Europe just because of the things that he said in the past. My dream was always to play in Europe. So, unless he makes a market change, in his opinion. And if I'm an MLS team, I'm looking at him as an injury risk. Like, why am I going to sign this guy? He's just going to get injured halfway through the season because that's his history. So I'm not spending $7 million. I might give you $2 million for him, but not $7 million. And I guarantee you Dortmund's going to want $7 million. They're not giving him up for any less than his actual market value. They might go to $6 million. And I don't know any MLS team willing to go, I'm going to make Reyna our designated player, because he hasn't proven that he can stay healthy enough to be a designated player for a team.
No. And I was hoping your team, the Galaxy, would have taken him on loan for like maybe 6 months just so he gets some playing time. And because, your guy Pooj is out, just 6 months, maybe an ideal marriage for 6 months just to get his confidence up, get his stock up again. I don't want him to come to MLS at this point. He's too young, but I also want him to be able to play, get his confidence back up, and try to get right back on track where he was before. I don't want him to be another Zach Steffen.
Yeah. Right. Well, right now, I think we all thought maybe Dortmund will play him in this Club World Cup. But then when they really needed a goal badly in this first game, you thought, let's bring in some guys that can score goals. He didn't come on. He didn't sniff the field. So I think they've made their decision, in which case, I don't remember who said it. I really think somebody on the regular shows, had Poach been aggressive, I think he could have talked Dortmund into releasing him for this window, the full window. But they didn't even try, or Poach didn't even try. That's what somebody said. I can't remember who said that.
Well, he specified that as much in March. Mind you, he showed up in March for the Nations League, and he performed incredibly well. And then maybe Poach would make a little more effort at that point. But
he didn't perform really well. He performed for 10 minutes.
I thought he was fine those 10 minutes too.
It was 10 minutes, and that's another statement right there. In that window, Reyna gets 10 minutes total, 15, whatever it was.
Well, I mean, judging what we know of Reyna, and how he moves around the pitch and everything like that, and then knowing what we know of Poach, what he wants in practice and what he wants in the match and stuff like that, I'm not surprised that Poach didn't give him more time because of how we always use the term languid, but frankly, when it comes to talking about
languid, yeah, sure,
Reyna. So if he's in practice, jogging around, moving around to positions, taking a shot here, pass there, type thing, but he's not busting his ass, showing like 100% sprints and everything like that Poach is looking for. Yeah, I'm not surprised by it all.
Yep. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. We want to thank Will for coming on MLS Moves. Go check his page out on YouTube and on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Will, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It was fun. At least we won. Guys. Hey, yeah, we won tonight, right? That's some positive. We'll be back Sunday to call the Sunday game live. So join us again. Let's hope it's another win and we just keep seeing progress, I guess.
Hey, remember, sad wins are wins.
They are wins, but I'm waiting to see like actual real progress. Like, oh wow, we are good. That's what I want to see. Not just individual good from Richards and some other guys tonight that played really well individually. I want to see it as a whole team. All right, until the next time, from the Straight Red Card, good night.
That hurt. I want to play in Europe. What the hell does that mean, right? Because Europe could be Latvia, Luxembourg.
No one's talking about Latvia or Luxembourg, dumbass.
But you don't want to just shove it in there. Start with the smaller finger, especially if this is the first time. Start with the smaller finger and go slow.
I mean, there's a lot of things that need to change.
Honey, eating it is the best thing that you can do for your man.
I want people to realize I'm just human. I'm just human, and I make mistakes.
So this guy, Derek, wants to know, is putting your tongue in an ass really the thing to do?
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, it's a weird one, I think.
And I know you want me to toss your salad too, don't you? All right, on that note.